Welcome to the 2024 Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. For some of the best side-by-side, high-flying action we can give to you here. It's going to be an amazing show. We got big turns, amazing elevation changes, and this is Yellowstone off-road racing at its finest. I am Miles Hasquist alongside, once again, Shelby McDonald. How we doing?
We're doing great. I'm super excited to be out here with you again, Miles. We're so glad to have you back.
Yeah, it's been a great time. I mean, this is what Ultra 4 reminded me back 10, 15 years ago. This is grassroots at its finest, and that's where the good old boys come from. So it's really good to be back. I love coming up here. Aaron Grizz, the entire team run an amazing show.
They do such a great job.
And you've grown up here.
Yeah, I have. I literally have. It's kind of cool. It's super fun to be on this side of it too and see how everything's going down. So this season for sure has been a little bit of a change, but it's been super, super cool nonetheless.
So we are about to kick off qualifying. It's a 1.9 mile course today. Tomorrow the long course is 2.6 miles. We will qualify one at a time. Once they make it about halfway through, we'll send the second one out. So let's get our guessing game on. I'm going 230 flat.
Oh man.
1.9 miles. I threw it at you.
219.
Okay, I like that. Jade, what's your guess?
How fast do you think the fastest car is?
I guess 230. Shelby's 219.
213.
213. I like it. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. Caleb Rupp is really freaking fast.
Talking about Caleb Rupp and being fast. He won everything you could win at Broadview. Absolutely amazing.
Every single thing.
And then he got $500 for the fastest lap, and he decided to throw that $500 at this race. He did some brainstorming, and we're calling it the shootout, the triple nickel, the top five,
the hit list shootout,
the hit list shootout, the fastest 5 UTVs for 5 laps for $500 at the end of tomorrow. It's going to be a wild show for sure.
It is going to be wild, and we cannot wait. Oh man, there's lots of people talking about it already. And they just announced at the drivers' meeting, and you should have heard everybody go, "Oh!"
And here's a great aerial show of everybody lining up, qualifying. You know, they're going to come down the hill at us, and then their time won't start till they hit the
Can-Am flag in the bottom towards
the Pierre Sports Center start-finish. And I believe it's Jordan Rupp. I was talking to her a little bit. She's like, "Where are we lining up? Because I got dinner plans. I got to get going. So I want to qualify first, get it out of the way, and make it to hang out with some of her buddies." So I believe that's her. And it looks like a Jake Versy and then maybe Austin Painter. And it is first come, first serve for qualifying. This gets you set up for everything's big race tomorrow. So where you qualify today is where you start tomorrow's race.
Even depending on class, like all the classes are mixed.
So UTVs only.
Oh yeah, UTVs are doing the.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
And pros Unlimited.
All
you're right.
UTVs are.
They are scored separately.
Yes, they're scored separately, but they're racing together.
Yeah, it's going to be
split
interesting.
Into 2.
Yeah.
Is it still by the odds and evens?
It will be.
So there'll be 2 races. We'll have our evens race first, probably, and then our odds race second. So if you place first, third, fifth, ninth, and so on for the qualifying, then you'll be in race 1, and then our evens if you place second, fourth, sixth.
Oh, sounds like I just heard a 30-second countdown, and I believe it's going to be Jordan Rupp. And I think she's got Austin Pyatt riding shotgun in her X3. That's Caleb's old race car. He kind of handed it on down. Cool to see her out here mixing it up.
Oh, man.
With Jordan's Got a Gun Tattoo Studio, C4 Fabrication. Oh, and you can tell she's lining up. Looks like Dawn's giving them the last couple little tidbits. And remember, they're going live here, but the timing doesn't start until the Pierre Sports Center start-finish.
Yes, you got to make it all the way down the hill and through the first tabletop before that time starts.
We're here at the Buffalo Chip in Sturgis, South Dakota. And we are live from Jack's Campers Studio.
And so Jordan is off. She's making it through that first little corner. There's a little kicker, and then that first little tabletop. She's going through that Can-Am flag right now, and her time is started. Time
is live. 1.9 miles for Jordan Rupp, the number 6422X, out of Sturgis, South Dakota, with Jordan's Got a Gun Tattoo Studio, C4 Fabrication, Maxxis Tires, KMC Wheels, Texiera Tech, ZRP, Baja Designs, S3 Power Sports, and LSK Suspension. Looks like our drone froze for just a moment. We'll get that back coming.
Back over for a second. You can
and
see
there's
Jake Versy.
Jake Versy getting ready to take his qualifying run. Once she makes it just over the halfway mark, we'll send out our next competitor.
Looks like we might have our footage back of Miss Jordan Rupp over there.
That's on the back side. This is kind of a fun little banked corner here. You can see just rode the hill just a little bit.
Oh man, look at that dust already settling in. It was getting windy there for a second, and of course, as soon as that green flag drops, there's no
It was
wind.
windy when we got up this morning. But it's been a beautiful day. A really nasty storm just blew right by us. It almost hit us, but it didn't. We could have used a little bit of rain, but I didn't want to what they were having all that come at us.
No, we don't want it to get too slick out there. A little bit of tacky wouldn't have been too bad, though.
Yeah, the Buffalo chip is absolutely amazing over here at the Power Sports Complex. And then across the way, during Rally, it's a 600-acre facility, full-service campsites, awesome concert series, bars, shower houses, laundry, general store. There's a gas station on site, Bikini Beach, a zip line, and so much more. And Rally will be kicking off here in just a few weeks. So the population of Sturgis is roughly 7,000 people. During Rally, it's over 500,000 people visit.
My goodness.
And that's just in a couple weeks. It'll be pretty interesting.
I know that a lot of people during Bike Week, they just leave. They rent out their house and just keep it as an Airbnb. Jordan is still cruising.
She's got a pretty solid run going.
Yeah. This hill has a little bit of a kicker at the top that... Oh man, you kind of gotta be careful. She's doing good coming down that jump. And she'll be coming through that finish line really shortly before we can drop our next car.
But so far, so good. Again, thanks to all of our volunteers, the staff, media, safety crew, racers, fans, and sponsors. Obviously, Mr. Woody himself, Mr. Buffalo Chip, Brian Williams with Dusty Goggles Promotions, Ray's Auto Body, Jim and
Tracy's alignment.
Yeah, Jim and Tracy's alignment. Jim Siebert and his whole recovery team with Black Hills four-wheelers out there helping us out. So you can see Jordan Rupp bypassing where she started. So she'll be getting ready to grab her checkered flag here in just a moment. We'll keep you as honest as we can once the times start coming in.
Here she comes.
And one more launch.
She is.
And she sends it across the Pierre Sports Center start finish. And Jake Versy is off the line next. Out of Idaho Falls with his Polaris Pro XP with XComp tires. KMC, Fox, Fueled UTV, Rigid Industries, Trax Brax, Super Winch, Sparco, and Hyperco. And I believe that's Austin Painter.
Yes,
and
he had a great run in Broadview too. He's getting ready to line up third off the line. Jake Versy, he is cruising. That dust is still hanging there from when Jordan went through. Oh man.
Yeah, the dust is definitely going to be an issue during tomorrow. So this qualifying is very, very important.
Yes, this dust is not going to be anybody's friend tomorrow. No, it was looking like there for a second that Jordan was having a hard time finding how to get off the track, but hopefully she made it.
But so far, so good with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. Just outside of Sturgis, South Dakota. Absolutely beautiful up here. I took my time getting here yesterday and went through Custer State Park and cruised through, and just a beautiful piece of the country up here. I brought my daughter Jade with me, and she is having some fun. She snuck out on us, though.
Oh, okay.
She'll come back and check on us, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm glad she's having a good time. It's super fun to have more kids out here.
Yeah, she's enjoyed hanging out with yourself and Rowdy and Aaron, Grizz, the whole team. Always taking care of everybody.
Oh, this is such a cool shot of through the back section because you don't get to see this very much. This is fun.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool little canyon back there. Lots of off camber.
Oh yeah, nothing's flat back there, let me tell you.
This is an amazing short course. Today's qualifying is 1.9 miles. And tomorrow during the race, there is going to be a hot pits. And if you're anywhere in the area, come on out. It's $20 to come in. Kids 12 and under are free. And it's extremely, extremely fan-friendly out here. Dusty Goggles watering holes right at the start-finish. We got some bleachers, some picnic tables. Come grab you some cold beverages and enjoy some Yellowstone off-road racing short course at its finest.
A huge shout out to Montana Drone Company for Dallas just absolutely killing it, getting us all the super cool shots. Oh man, it's so fun to like not have to see the start line the whole time, and for him to be able to get into that back section. You can't, that's the part that the spectators can't see, so he's doing a great job filling everybody in.
I believe we have just over 60 competitors that'll be racing tomorrow. You do not have to qualify. You can take a rear start.
I'm really curious as to how many guys are going to be taking a rear start and who is going to qualify, because this is such a short track. You're
and
really
again,
going to want
the
to.
dust. I think it's a huge advantage to qualify well. As Versy launches over the Pierre Sports Center start finish.
Switching it over, and it looks like Austin Painter's getting ready. I don't see anybody over there with a flag. Oh, and there he's off. They have that light again. Sorry, not the flag. He is off, and we're switching it back over. Here he comes about to come through that first tabletop. Once he gets through that yellow flag, which he is now.
So Austin Painter in his Turbo R out of Rapid City, South Dakota, with Voodoo Riders, Polaris of Black Hills, Timber Ridge Construction, Solid Construction, Eaton Construction, Ariba Home Improvement, Desert Speed Shock Tuning, P&E Construction, Hayworth Enterprises, and Mom and Dad. And if you remember, he had a heartbreaker and Broadview. He was doing so good.
He was
but just couldn't quite catch up to old Caleb Rupp.
Oh, he came in, what, second?
Second place, I do believe.
Oh, man, and he was cruising. Came back from a pretty good deficit pretty early on in the race and just kept clicking through everybody and came through with the second place. He comes in, did I win? Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, so close. He gave it his all, that's
he
for
did,
sure.
and he is out here giving it his all again. I was watching him through the window rather than on screen, and man.
Austin Painter's definitely a fast one. We got a pretty stacked field in the UTV for sure.
Yes, the UTV class for sure is getting real heavy hitting.
All right. Well, Shelby, we got our times up here. Fastest time thus far is Jake Versy with a 2:53.
Oh, wow.
Jordan Rump with a
way
3:20. Yeah, I guess that 2:30, so that's 20 seconds to shave off of Versy. That's going to be a tall ask. I think it's going to be in the 40s.
I think that, yeah, is a pretty reasonable bet. Wow, we were overestimating a little bit of these guys, but it is super slick out there, so you don't want them to push it too hard in qualifying.
On screen now is Austin Painter out of Rapid City, South Dakota. Just right down the road. It's absolutely amazing up here. And speaking about sightseeing, you can go see Mount Rushmore, Custer State Park, Black Hills National Park, Crazy Horse, and so much more.
He came through that jump super, like...
A little crossed up, it looks like.
bit.
Yeah. But he was able to keep her under control. Austin Painter using all
Just hanging
of
her
this
out.
course. I love that little jump. It's off
man.
camber and you're kind of turning in the air.
Oh, man. That's one that you really got to pay attention to because it'll get you.
I was able to take a little lap last night around with Grizz and checking out the course, and it's a great one. It's fast, it's technical,
flowy.
It's very flowy, but man, there's some G-outs out there that people really have to pay attention.
And
especially
you forget about them too when you're going.
And then don't forget about the dust tomorrow. That's gonna be interesting.
You're really going to be relying on that Lawrence tomorrow with all this dust. Oh my goodness. Especially remember those little G-outs because those are the things that are going to take you out. You don't want any mishaps tomorrow though.
So a time for Austin Painter. New fast time is a 2:48.
Wow.
So Austin Painter just shaved off 5 seconds from Versy. So Austin Painter, fastest time is a 2:48.
Austin Painter had our fastest lap in qualifying up until Brent Burton.
That could be Tucker, I believe, and yes, it is. Randy Tucker with David Vidge riding shotgun in his Maverick R out of Malta, Montana with Elite Diesel, Elevated Power Sports, and Olson Excavation. Randy Tucker's also a very fast one to watch.
He is very fast. He was in the top 10.
Yeah, and his wife will be racing also this weekend. He's got his kid in the 170 youth class as well.
Yes,
so the whole family, the whole Tucker family's out here having fun.
Cassie's running in the sportsman class, and then his daughter and son, they take turns going back and forth. And this weekend is the boys' turn to drive, so the little girl had her chance to drive in Broadview and Willigan and Columbus, but they go back and forth, making sure that it's fair for everybody. You really want to get all those kids in there, and these guys do a great job of making sure that each one of their kids is involved. And it's so exciting to see. Those little guys, they freaking go for it. That is one of the races you don't want to miss. You can see Tucker coming up through that hill. He's going to get ready to come around and then come back down towards us pretty quick. He's in his Maverick R. Bright yellow, so it's easy to see.
Yeah, talking about Dallas and the Montana Drone Company. Chasing these guys and gals down with those drones is super impressive. And you can cover this entire course with just a couple cameras. We'll have, during race day tomorrow, we'll have 2 drones up in the air.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be a good one.
Oh man, you can just see that dust billowing through that corner. Oh my goodness.
Well, Shelby, so far so good. Qualifying is going down here with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing here at the Pierre Sports Center, Buffalo Chip 100. Just across the way from Buffalo Chip proper. And Randy Tucker is out there trying to lay it down, trying to catch Austin Painter's time of a 2:48.
That is really dang fast still. Oh,
these Maverick R's are impressive. And speaking about that, we just saw Speed UTV show up today.
Yes,
Casey Welty test drove it and decided he just couldn't leave without it. So he bought it here on site. We were over there looking at it, and he grabs his phone, calls Robbie Gordon. He answers, I got a couple questions for you. I just test drove it. I love it. Can I get extra parts? There's a couple things I had some questions about. Robbie's like, yep, we can take care of you. He buys it. He's going to take her home, tear her down, and get it ready for next season. Maybe Pat, we'll see.
Yeah, that would be so cool to see him in something new, too. And Randy Tucker's over the line.
With a 2:58. So a really good run for Randy Tucker.
Third.
So we are running one at a time on this 1.9 mile qualifying run. And can't quite tell. Is that... Could be Welty.
It is... Oh, it's that X3. It's red and orange, and I cannot for the life of me remember.
Well, we'll find out.
We'll see him shortly enough.
Nice thing with timing there. You guys will see it the minute they come by.
Yeah, Aaron's running timing, so on Speed Hive. You can go to speedhive.mylaps/live timing and find timing here.
Here they go.
It's Mike Dunham's car.
And going through those whoops, oh boy. He sets her back down.
Yeah, those whoops after the Pierre Sports Center start finish, they're nasty, they're big. And it's not like
huge.
Little whoops and a huge rollover.
Oh no.
Tough break.
Hopefully everybody in there is okay.
We'll get our safety crew on them.
And they are right there already. They are on them.
He didn't put his number on the bottom of the car, so I'm still... Oh, I recognize the car now. You're right, Shelby, but I'm drawing a blank on the name.
I am too. And our recovery team, they do such an amazing job. My sister and I did that through the whoops last year, and they were over there and on it. And these guys do such an amazing job during the drivers meeting. Grizz is reiterating, do not get out of the car as long as you guys
safety.
are okay.
Yep. Stay
we'll
belted
come flip you over.
Yeah, that's Jim Siebert and his Black Hills Four-Wheelers recovery team. So we'll get him flopped back over. So tough break for him.
Oh, shoot.
But let's give a huge shout out to Pierre Sports Center, Wild West Off-Road Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Epic Racewear, DRW Performance, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Blackbeard Bronco, Must Be Nice Performance. So please support racing here today, here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex.
And it looks like we have a spare thing.
Yeah, it took out.
It looks like we've got a 1600 on the line waiting for their turn to take off. I think it's Jana Clung, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm obviously this is my second race with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing, so I'm still learning. But we got old Shelby McDonald here, and she's been around this her whole life, so we're going to bring you some of the best coverage we can.
Miles and I do a great job because whoever I don't know, you usually do.
we work well together. I enjoy it, that's for sure.
Oh,
yeah, the
man.
1600s, they're interesting. I mean, it's obviously the old school VW style, basically like an old dune buggy, single seat.
Mm-hmm. And that was the 428 of Joseph Schwen.
Oh, it did finally just pop up on scoring, too. So
perfect.
Joseph Schwen, the 428, out of Billings, Montana, with MD Tools and third pedal. So he will take a rear start in tomorrow's race. But remember, you do not have to qualify. Tomorrow's race is on adjusted time, which is a little out of the ordinary on short course racing. Usually it's physical, but this will be depends on how many cars are out on course. They'll take off 2 at a time. Every 15 or 30 seconds, we'll see the time gap.
Yep. And this is a super fun one to get that drag race start off of there,
Oh, yeah.
off that hill where they're starting now. There's a cone you can see in front of Randy Wright on that green Jeep. They'll start either one on each side of that cone, and whoever has pole position gets to choose which side of that cone they want to be on for that start. So it goes into a little bit of strategy where you start too, because you want to be able to choose which side you're going to be on. It really comes to help out a lot. We've got Joseph Schwen back on his wheels. Not really sure what we got going over with them yet, but the recovery team does look like they might be hooking up to it.
Yeah, that car took a pretty good tumble, so I'm sure it's got some suspension issues, and we'll get the course cleared. Tough break for Joseph Schwen, the 428.
I like this car too because it's easy to see.
Yeah.
I like it that everybody's not the same black car.
There's still a lot of those out there, though, too.
Yes, there is. Quite a few.
Again, this is qualifying for tomorrow's big race here at the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. We have 61 competitors taking the green flag tomorrow. Again, you do not have to qualify, but I think it's a huge advantage because you can see how dusty it is with one car at a time. Wait till we have, 10, 15 cars on the course at a time. It's going to be interesting.
And look at that track, because you really don't have a lot of room to spread out. It looks like it from up here, but trust me, that is a lot tighter than you think. The track is only about 2 cars wide. And what a great shot by the Montana Drone Company. Dallas does such an amazing job.
Oh, that's great. You can see the whole place.
Everybody lined up.
There's the main pits in the center of your screen right here. We're at the far left of your screen.
Oh,
in the
That's
Jack's Campers Studio. So thank you everybody for tuning in. This coverage of Yellowstone Off-Road Racing for the Buffalo Chip 100 is presented by Pierre Sports Center and is brought to you by your official sponsors, Elevated Power Sports, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, DRW Performance, Epic Racewear, Must Be Nice Performance, and by Blackbeard Broncos.
And it looks like we've got our first 1600 off the line, and I believe it's Janae. Yep, and it is Jana Clung. She is doing amazing. This is her first year in a single-seat car. The last 2 seasons, she's been in a 1600 Volkswagen Bug, and this is her car on her own. Yes, I did race the Bug before she did for 1 season, and it is a freaking ball.
So Janae is out of Billings, Montana with Pro Source Machinery, Corbin Custom Works, Dakota Frame and Alignment, Rosie's Tools, Jake's Automotive Diesel Repair, Octane Addictions, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Yellowstone Ice and Water, Big Sky Off-Road, Dan McCarthy at Napa, and by Blackbeard Broncos. So Janae's out there in her single seat.
And her cow print.
Yeah.
1600. Oh,
It's been fun chatting with her in the pits the last couple days. It was driving by, and my daughter Jade's like, did she get to design her print? So we asked her. She's like, yeah, and I love it.
Oh.
It's a huge hit.
Yes, everybody loves it. It's super cool, and nobody has anything like it out here.
Could be Randy Wright up next, I believe.
In his 03, he painted it. So he painted it for Broadview last year, and we were trying to figure out, who is this? Who is this? No, it's Randy. He just painted it.
Just getting her fixed up. He's part of the stock class. No, he's in comp mod.
Yep. He's actually first in points right now for our comp mod class. So he is leading, and he is the kindest guy and one heck of a driver, let me tell you. There's a lot of people that are chomping at the bit to hopefully line up next to him.
Keaton Potter's definitely a heavy hitter in that class as well. Ethan Road, Matt Weiss,
Yes.
Zach Ablott. He just moved up to comp mod recently.
Yep. Keaton and Zach did same move, which is kind of funny because they're the same age and they're just kind of battling it out the whole time. But I think Zach's having some motor issues. It looked like he blew a head gasket.
Yeah, he switched it out and got the new engine in just a couple days ago.
No,
so
just now.
Oh,
this
again?
afternoon, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think he blew
Good
a head
catch on that.
gasket.
We also have Hunter Wright and Joe Miker in the comp mods. But out on course right now is Janae.
She's making her way through those little curves back there. There's a little G out back there before you hit that corner. Yep, there it is.
Uh-oh, and she slowed down. She had to grab a gear. These are manual transmissions, very basic machines, minimal suspension. And
minimal as in none.
Yeah, they bounce more than they soak up.
Yes, I remember the first time driving the bug, I made 2 laps and we stopped, and my dad goes, Shelby, you need to go faster, slide it through the corners. I said, Dad, it doesn't slide, it just bounces.
And speaking about your dad, I think Brent's at home tuning in. We miss having you out here, but glad you're able to soak it up at home. Oh, looks like, yep, they're tuned in right now.
Janae is cruising through, slowly making her way. We actually don't have very many girl drivers, so this is her second full season in a bug, and her first full season by herself. Sheridan Adams is another girl in the 1600 class. And she has been in that one rail car forever, and she said this year it's starting to get a little lonely out there, not having anybody to talk to. She is making her way through that front part of the qualifying now. You can see everybody lined up, kind of down that little valley. She's coming through behind Randy Wright and making her way back to the start.
So far, so good. Janae Cologne out there trucking along. You can see the long line of qualifiers getting ready to take off. We should have 61 taking the green flag tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
We did see Joseph Schwind take a tumble just a moment ago. I believe Janae pulled off too soon because the timing.
Oh.
I think she pulled off too soon. She missed the timer.
Janae, where are you going, girl? I'm
Uh-oh.
not sure what's going on.
That's a whoopsie.
Yeah. Let's switch it back over to Randy for a minute.
So
and he is off.
So, yep, Randy Wright out of Arvada, Colorado in his 1998 Jeep TJ with Select Water Solutions, Sam Hill Oil Company, Thread X Machine, PT Hose and Bearing, and especially his wife.
Oh. He has been co-driving for his son for a while, and towards the end of last season, his son couldn't make any more races, so he just took over the car and is running it himself.
That's fun. He's been helping work on that car anyway, so might as well enjoy it a little bit, right?
For sure. He does a great job. And just has a ball out there. He's definitely one to compete with, and you would never know because he is just such a down-to-earth, humble, kind guy.
So Austin Painter, fastest time of the day thus far with a 2:48.
Austin Painter again. Man, that guy is fast. And super nice.
Jake Versy with a 2:53. Randy Tucker with a 2:58. Jordan Rupp with a 3:20. So pretty tight competition so far.
That top three only being 10 seconds apart.
Ooh.
I'm really curious to see how this overall field does.
And one of the fanciest cars will be taking the line today, or this weekend up next. You can see right there on screen. Looks like that's Tommy Dystra in that Triton Engineering Ultra 4 car. And that is an absolute work of art.
It is
super excited
beautiful
to see it up here in the Black Hills with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. We'll switch it back to Randy Wright.
I know there's a lot of people excited to see him go too, and you could hear him out on the track, and everybody's heads are just turning.
Yeah, he's got a P600,
purple.
I believe. Huge big block in that.
Mm-hmm.
Similar like an... he told me. I'll keep thinking. It's up here in the Rolodex somewhere.
I heard it was 1,100 horse?
Something like that. It's
correct?
huge.
Massive motor in that thing. And then there's Randy, who's running 180 horse, I believe is what he told us last year, and just mops up the comp class.
Yeah, that little Jeep takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Yes.
This is a 1.9 mile qualifier.
This is a lot longer than I remember it being.
This is the same course we raced last year for Ultra 4. And then tomorrow it'll be a 2.6 mile loop. They get to go out back and up on top. And it's a really cool, fun section. It's going to be make for some great racing. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in to the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex just outside of Sturgis, South Dakota. And we are live from the Jack Camper Studio.
Randy's slowly making his way towards the start again. Making his way through those little flowies. That is such a fun corner before you come in through that first tabletop. Everybody loves it. Super fast and slidey. And he is
super
finished.
Fast and slidey. I like it. So we'll get a time for Randy Wright. And he gets a 3:22.
Oh my goodness.
So that's pretty solid for the comp class.
Yeah, that's a great run.
So I believe up next should be Tommy Dystra.
Oh man, I'm excited to see this car run. We got to talk with him earlier today, and it seemed like he was pretty excited to head on out there too. And
he is off the line.
Oh man, and on a mission. That dust is, oh man. You can hear that thing over, oh man.
Yeah, huge P600 big block. Similar to an unlimited T1 truck. And Tommy Dystra with Josh Heger riding shotgun out of Colorado in that Triton Engineering IFS machine with Simpson, ADS, Mickey Thompson tires, Innovate racing wheels, and Fluid Logic.
Oh man, and Dallas is keeping up with him, getting the greatest shots. Oh, that little kicker.
Yes, there's a lot of little kickers out here. This is a pretty good loan here that if you hit just wrong, it's a pretty good G out.
Yes.
We were cruising the Can-Am yesterday and at slow pace, and I was like, this is going to eat somebody's lunch right here.
Yes. That's definitely one you do not want to forget about, for sure. Because it'll come back to bite you in the butt, especially with that dust. That dust is not going to be a lot of people's friend tomorrow. Unless you're in first, and then it might be.
So it's been a great day thus far. Qualifying is underway, and we have Grizz, Mr. Yellowstone Off-Road Racing, hopping in the Jack's Camper Studio. How's it going, buddy?
Good.
Man, it's we got here yesterday. You guys had most everything set up. We tooled around last night. You showed me the course, and man, just what a great turnout. Beautiful backdrop here. It's an amazing place.
It's amazing. This is one of the funner tracks. I mean, I love Broadview and I love all our tracks, but this one's nice, short, fast. Totally different style racing than our other races. I mean, it's still tight and technical in areas, but it's way shorter than any of our other races.
This is definitely one of my favorite tracks. It might be my favorite track just because it's so fast and so flowy. Yeah, you can just keep your pace the whole time. You're not on the binders a lot of the
I get to go to a lot of cool places, and yeah, I always say this might be one of my favorite tracks because they're all my favorite tracks. But yeah, this with all the elevation changes, it is a short course, but it's not your standard short course. There's some whoops, flat. There's some gotchas, some G-outs, some big jumps. It's absolutely amazing.
It is super fun. This used to be an old motocross track.
It's been a little bit of everything,
a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
They've done hill climbs here.
Oh my goodness.
Torque used to race back in the day. I mean, it's been around. The Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex is a cool area.
And it looks like they're doing some dirt work out front here in between us and the Buffalo Chip stand.
All right, Grizz. It looks like he's going to hut back out. Thanks for everything, buddy.
Thank you.
See you, Grizz.
Grizz and Aaron definitely keep busy out here.
Oh, they're never bored, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah. It's been so much fun out here. So we'll get a time for Tommy Dystra here in just a moment. Up over 1,000 horsepower, and Tommy Dystra moves into third overall with a 255. So still fastest man of the day is Austin Painter. There's definitely a few fast guys out there yet to come, but I think your 219, Shelby, isn't going to happen. I don't know if they're going to break my 230 either.
I don't know. If Austin Painter couldn't do it, I don't know if anybody can. Maybe Caleb. You never know.
I'm going to take a quick guess. Could this be Joe Miker? Yes, it is. So Joey Miker, the 45.99. With Matt Bacon riding shotgun out of Arvada, Colorado in that 1987 Toyota. He put a new wrap on it for this race. It really pops. I dig it.
Oh, it's so cool.
He has Wilson Extreme Sports, the Artworks, and Optima batteries. So Joe Miker races Ultra 4 with us a fair amount, but is out here racing with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing Series this weekend. Really great to be able to dabble in a little bit of everything and show you what these vehicles can do. He's raced King of the Hammers and then short course here at the Buffalo Chip. Just shows you what these cars can actually do.
This is a more unique one, at least for the Your Series. You don't hardly see anybody with Toyotas, especially as well done.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
It is super pretty. And that storm is kicking in now. You can see the dust is starting to dissipate a lot faster. We've got a bunch of guys out here holding out a canopy.
Yeah, the wind is a racer's friend.
Yes. Oh man, it's gonna feel so nice.
The wind is picking up. Yeah.
Hopefully those guys in fire suits won't be sweating so dang bad as they were during pre-running today.
It sounds like we could have some interesting weather rolling through. We'll see how it all shakes out. But the wind is kicking. Hey, this is Sturgis. Anything can happen.
Literally anything. It's either 140 degrees or...
Speaking about Sturgis, it's the home of the biggest motorcycle rally in the world, located in western South Dakota, not too far away from Montana and Wyoming. Elevation's roughly 3,400 feet, and the population's 6,800 and off rally season, and then up over 500,000 people will be here in the next month or so. Over the next month.
Closest 500,000 friends.
I was able to race here with Ultra 4 a few times during rally, and it's a spectacle to see. So if you've never been out to the Buffalo Chip during rally, it's definitely a bucket list item.
I'd love to get out and see the Ultra 4 part of it. They have some heavy hitters that show up too, and we're all on the same course, which is kind of neat. So even though they're not run at the same time, it's probably a little safer that way.
Looks like Mark is tuned in from Rochester, New York. Thanks for tuning in and checking out Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. Glad to get you on here and show you. It is qualifying today, and then tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m., we will be racing live all day long. I'm going to guess we'll be racing for 8-ish hours tomorrow, probably, up to 10.
Probably, yeah. They're going to go fast, though. Those races, they really don't mess around. They are getting them in, getting them out, getting them on the track, getting them off the track. So, nobody's sitting for very long.
Yeah, tomorrow it'll start with the youth UTVs. It'll be a 30-minute race. Then we'll do the 1600 class, 8 laps. The stock and comp will intermix with 10 and 12 laps for them. Then the Ultra 4 and the Pro Unlimited will do 12 laps, and the UTV will be 12 laps as well. Again, that kicks off tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
And here comes Joe back through that start-finish.
So Joe Miker with a time of 3:45, part of that comp mod class. So we have a UTV getting ready to head this way. Can't quite tell who that is.
Jacob Winter. This is Grizz's Ultra 4 car that he built with hand controls and finished the Ultra 4 race himself.
King of the Hammers.
As a rookie, Grizz did. He did such a great job. We're all so proud of him. Here he comes through the Can-Am.
So that's Jacob Winter with Jared Kane riding shotgun, and that Can-Am X3 out of Billings, Montana, with Jim and Tracy's alignment, J&M Tire, Napa, Matco Tools, Midland West Manufacturing, Billings Battery and Cable, JB Automotive, JSM Trucking, FJ Trucking, George and Jen Music, Hell Roaring Excavation, and Cross Petroleum helped Jacob Winter get to the start line here for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex just outside of Sturgis, South Dakota. We are qualifying on this 1.9-mile short course. I'm Miles Hasquist alongside Shelby McDonald, and we are having some fun thus far, and it's only getting started.
How many racers have we had take off so far?
I'm going to guess about 10.
About 10? Perfect.
So we're
about a sixth of the way
sixth of
through.
the way, yeah. It's moving along pretty nice. We'll be qualifying for the next probably hour or so. So if you need to grab a beverage, do it right now. We will keep this party rocking.
It's definitely nice to have that wind out there because that dust is just getting blown right off. It looks like it's starting to slow down a little bit, but...
Yeah, it looked in the background like a pretty nasty little storm was rolling through, but it looks like it missed us for the most part. And next up for the Your Race is in Columbus for the Wild West 100, September 19th through the 20th. So be sure to tune in for that one as well. I'm making the trek for that one too.
We can't wait to have you at that one too, because
I've heard a lot about it. I'm excited.
Oh man!
And it sounds like it's about an hour outside of Billings.
Yep, just about 45 minutes, just north of Columbus, Montana. It's in a really unique spot. If you've ever heard of the Nitro Hill Climbs, they have dirt bikes out there in June, July-ish, depending on when they do that. And
those are pretty wild.
Lyle Hogan's land.
Oh, I've heard about him too.
Yeah,
one of the OG Yellowstone.
Yes, he's racing the Baja a lot.
Yeah.
And he decided, we need something up here. And that was the first Yellowstone off-road race, was the Wild West 100. So if you see all of us walking around with our shirts on, the Wild West came from that, was from Al's, that was his race team.
Huh. Well, see, you got some backside. I like it.
Yes, that was the very first race. I think they had 7 cars, and I couldn't tell you. I think that was like 2008 or 9.
So it's been around a while.
Little.
That's yeah.
All I remember is it snowed, and it was dang
snowed,
cold.
huh?
Yes, it was like 7 above or something. It was so cold.
Dallas with Montana Drone out there keeping us up with these amazing shots. Let's give a shout out to C4 Fabrication for the live show, Montana Drone Company, Mickey Thompson Tires, Dakota Alignment and Frame, Throttle Down Customs, CEI Electrical, Roller Construction, Rugged Race Radios, Napa, ZRP, Inland Trucks, Montana Braveheart Nonprofit, Combustion Syndicate, Montana 4x4 Association, Black Hills Four Wheelers, Jim Siebert and his recovery team, Next Gen, AJ's Diesel, PRP, Dust Pods, Lynch Rich, and Copyright Printing. Thanks to all those amazing partners for keeping Yellowstone off-road racing rolling.
Could not do it without all the sponsors, and they do a great job just making sure that we have everything we need to keep these races going smooth.
So up next we got looks like a Polaris.
Turbo S?
Yeah, we'll find out here shortly.
I love those lights in the little grill part. They just look mean.
And it's still Austin Painter with that 248. Fastest time of the day. We'll see if that sticks or not. It's got a great shot.
Could that possibly be the number 1 car of Brian Grode?
Anything's possible. So during the race, we'll have 20 corners out there.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen a breakdown of it, so that is super cool. 20 corners.
It's, Jim Siebert built me a nice little map, laying it all out, so he can call out recovery, so he can tell his guys, hey, turn 15 we got an issue, or turn 4 or whatnot. So he gives all these to his recovery team, and it's a huge help for them and us here in the Jack's Camper Studio.
Oh man, and these guys do such a great job getting the recovery out anyway, and with the ability to call out exactly where it is, there is no hesitation on where people need to be and when. Still having quite a bit of wind, and it looks like it's switching on us here again. So hopefully it stays keeping everything cool. It was getting real hot out there.
It
today,
was toasty
so
this afternoon. Yeah, we were able to run around doing a few interviews out there and having a great time chatting with everybody, but it was hot.
It was warm. I felt bad for all those guys out pre-running, suited up. Oh man.
Yeah, that makes for a long day.
Yes.
And if you're just tuning in, this is the Yellowstone Off-Road Racing Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. We are here in Sturgis, South Dakota at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex. One of the best short courses in this area for sure.
Oh, it's such a fun track. You need to come out here and experience it if you haven't. Oh man,
it's a 600-acre facility. During rally, they have full-service campsites, awesome concert series, bars, shower houses, laundry, general store, on-site gas station, bikini beach, zip line, and much, much more.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know there was a zip line.
Yeah, the Buffalo Chip pulls out all the stops.
It looks like we're getting another drone up in the air, getting ready for our next side-by-side to take off on us. And he is off the line. And that's such a great shot of all the cars lined up ready to keep going.
And he is on the gas. Yeah, it is the number 1. Good call.
Wow.
So that's Brian Grove and his Turbo S out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with a Dakota alignment and frame, AA Motorsports, and Rush Motorsports.
Dakota alignment, they did such a great job
at the
such
12
great
hour
help with the 12 hour.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Brian's here. I've had a chat with him already. He
Yes.
was the title sponsor for the 12 hour. So great to see him still racing with us and supporting some of his drivers with Dakota alignment and frame. He was lucky enough to take a test drive in one of those Speed UTVs today.
Oh man, I bet he had a ball.
I think we could probably sweet talk Casey Welty into letting us take his for a little soft lap around.
I'd go for a gentle co-drive.
So Brian Grode.
He is not.
He's
letting
her eat
out here. I'm wondering, do you think this could be a potential new fast time?
He's letting it. He's
4,
giving
5?
it. We'll see what happens.
Oh, that's exciting. I love seeing all these guys just pushing her. You don't want to push too hard because you still want to make the race, but.
Looks like the Shaw family is tuning in as well.
We miss you, Charlie.
Yeah.
We wish you were out here.
Jennifer's saying wish they were here,
Yes.
but they want to have a great time.
Charlie will be in Columbus, and I won't be announcing, but I am.
You're going to announce most of it.
A lot of it, yes.
I'll let you slide
comp
one race, all right?
Yep. The comp and stock race, I'll be riding with Charlie for that one, and I'm really excited. We had a good time last year.
So, Brian Grode.
And his Turbo S.
Out of
slowly
Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
He is making his way around those corners.
He's
This
about the
is a
halfway
fun
mark.
Jump down the hill. It's really hard to tell on camera, even though Dallas does such a great job. It just doesn't.
You float down the hill.
Yes, it's just a downhill. It's such a good floater.
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot of air, but you get a lot of hang time.
Yes.
If you hit it just right.
Distance, yes, for sure.
And this is going to be interesting when we put 10, 15 cars on the
boy.
course tomorrow.
Oh, man.
And look at the dust. It's definitely going to be an issue tomorrow. As
yeah.
Brian's still pushing hard. Doing a great job here at the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 for qualifying on this 1.9 mile qualifying run. Shelby, this has been a great start.
It has been a great start. I love getting to see all these guys just out here. Everybody out here just wants to have a good time. I mean, there's some competitiveness. Everybody wants to win, of course.
Absolutely.
But you just know everybody out there is just having a ball, too. Brian is all done. Finished his qualifying lap, so let's see where he ended up.
He ended up in that third spot with a 2:53, less than a half.
My goodness.
A half a second behind Jake Versy. Wow.
Woofda. He was cruising,
That was a great run by Brian Grode.
Yes.
Let's see.
Oh, I guess I screwed up that.
No, we're good.
I cannot tell the number on that.
Looks like that's Russell Tala.
And an orange Can-Am.
That's the 911 with Mark Tala riding shotgun and that Lone Star X3 out of Bozeman, Montana. Another great looking rig.
One of 5 in the unlimited class.
Yeah, we'll have multiple classes running. We have the UTV Turbo, the Sportsman, and UTV Unlimited. They'll all be intermixed. They'll be scored separately, so we'll do our best to keep you honest. And then we'll give away the Rays Auto Body and Fire River Racing trophies tomorrow evening.
I got a sneak peek of them digging for shirts, and they are cool.
Yeah,
as usual,
great.
they do such a good job.
So Russell out there pushing strong with, I believe, his brother Mark.
The T911. Doesn't seem like we've got as many Montana guys out here, so I'm glad to see some more. There's a lot of people traveling big distances for this race, and I totally get it that there's a lot of people not here if you're not in it for points. But what a fun race.
And then we'll have to wait till the end of qualifying, waiting for Rowdy. He likes sleeping on us.
Likes to hang out at the back of the pack, I guess.
Hopefully not on race day, but during qualifying.
If he's out there on race day, I'll be on the radio chewing his ear. That's my job.
I like it. So Russell's out there still plugging away with a great run.
Yeah.
Here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex.
I love that orange powder-coated bumper. Oh,
yeah,
man,
it really
just
pops.
Sticks out, yes. That'll be one you'll be able to see through the dust because it's not your standard dusty or black color. Oh, man, so cool.
Yeah, Russell Tal is still pushing along. He just blew through turn number 11.
We've got 20 turns?
During race day, we'll have 20. We are skipping 1, 2, 3, 4 corners that go up top.
Okay. So he's only got a few
So 16 today. We have 61 competitors.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot, especially for Sturgis. That was one of yours highest numbers up until this year, and for it to be a Sturgis race, wow. We saw a lot of cars rolling in this afternoon as well. So I'm glad to see that it's filling in here. And through that second tabletop he goes at the Buffalo Chip 100. And going back up to our start line. Looks like we've got another Polaris on the start line. That dust is hanging again. I don't know what is going on. And he is off. Through that first tabletop and the second tabletop, getting a little bit sideways. I think that's the 930 car of Nate Thompson. We spoke with him in Broadview too, and what a cool guy. He was super excited. He had 2 shifts during the 12-hour race.
So Nate Thompson with John Ferris riding shotgun out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota with Dakota alignment and frame, AA Motorsports, Method race wheels, Tensor tires, and Schmitty racing suspension. Yeah, we had a chat with him in the booth during the 12-hour race when he was taking a break and just chilling. And 12 hours is a long time. Dakota alignment and frame put on one heck of a show for us up in Broadview just about a month ago, I guess, right? We've done a lot in a month.
I can't believe it's already been a month. 2 days and that'll be already. Holy smokes.
So Nate Thompson still plugging away, the number 930 out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Well, Grizz, it looks like everything's rolling smooth so far.
It is. I'm going to have to go inspect that car that went end over end.
Okay.
I think they're going to, I need to find out if they're going to put it back together. I want to inspect the cage and
for safety reasons.
For safety reasons before
you let it go out there and
back
race.
out.
Yep.
So, I want to come in and check on you guys. Who's got fast lap? I have been out so fast.
Austin Painter with a 2:48, and he's got 5 seconds over Jake Versy and then Brian Groder neck and neck.
Really?
By less than a half a second between second and third.
How did Tommy do out there?
Tommy, he had a smooth run. I had his time, but it just dropped. I think it was a 2:55 if I remember
think
right.
So it was a 2:55, and it was.
Yeah, that put him about
right
5th overall.
Brian, I thought.
Yeah, that alarm that went off a minute ago, you know what that was?
Tornado. That's what I heard. I heard the phone making some weird noises, so I just ignore it like you do every weird noise, right? Oh no, it's tornado, but we're fine.
Oh no.
We were out there looking at it because we got all the canopies up, but it looks like it's, knock on wood, it's blowing over us. So
yeah.
That'll be handy.
Yeah, nice little breeze, good for the racers, good for the fans. And again, fans, if you're anywhere close to Sturgis, it's only $20 a person, and kids 12 and under are free. It's across the street from Buffalo Chip proper. Dusty Goggles is doing a great job keeping everything going. They've got the saloon over here at the start finish, so come Thursday.
Yes, and what a great race to come spectate at, too. You can see almost the entire track. And what you can't see, pull it up on your phone. Dallas will show you the back sections, and he does a great job.
And there's so much to see out here. It's absolutely beautiful. Mount Rushmore's not too far. Custer State Park, the Black Hills National Park, Crazy Horse, and it's just a beautiful drive anywhere you go. I like going down to Deadwood and grabbing lunch. It's a really cool place. And you were just up this way giving some tours, right?
That was the Bighorn, so it's a little bit further other way. But yeah, I've been down. I come wheeling down here all the time.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, South Dakota is such a beautiful
Didn't you say
state.
you went through the Needles Highway, you think?
Yeah, the tunnels and all that.
The tunnels.
And that's super cool, too.
What'd your daughter think of that?
Oh, Jade had an absolute blast. Like that's right up our alley, is just kind of having a where you're going, but don't know what's going on, and just taking in all the sights. It was beautiful, yeah. I did get instructions, do not go to Mount Rushmore without the wife and the other girl, so we didn't, but then we accidentally saw it from that highway, and it was awesome.
Well, yeah, it doesn't count, because you didn't go there.
But yeah, we just came around the corner and was like, oh, there's Mount Rushmore from probably 5 miles away. It's cool. You call it the Needles Highway then?
I think that's the one.
Yeah, got a couple tunnels in it, and it's beautiful right there through Custer State Park.
Or Custard State Park.
Yeah, I missed that last night. I guess I was hungry.
Yes. Oh, man. We could have taken some food. We've got the T976 on camera right now of the Aaron Kane going through that little... I don't even know. It's too big to be a kicker, but I don't know what you call it.
Where's
Yeah,
that at?
Aaron
Back
Kane and
there.
that Maverick X3 out of Columbus, Montana.
Going through those S curves back there.
He's in
Oh,
turn number 3.
No, not my section. That's the whoops. Shelby's whoops.
Do you call it whoops because whoops?
Yeah, yes. Whoops.
And upside down you go.
Yes.
But again, like Grizz was just talking about, that's why he does inspect
Yes,
inspect
you
the car
definitely
afterwards
need
to
to.
make sure it's safe. Looks like Maxwell Smart's tuning in.
I'm
And
excited.
this is just qualifying, Shelby. It's only going to get better from here.
yes.
tomorrow-
Race day's gonna be
Yeah, tomorrow 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
We've got already, oh man, quite a few cars. 15 cars or so out
That's
through.
pretty impressive.
That's pretty dang good.
And Austin Painter, that 2:48, still fastest time of the day thus far for
That's
the
pretty
Pure
fast,
Sports
but
Center
he's
Buffalo
fast.
Chip 100.
He is a fast
Oh yeah,
dude.
Painter. He, I believe he got second during the Dakota Alignment and Frame 12-hour, if I remember right.
I think you're.
He did. And he had the fastest lap time until
Until-
Brent Burton beat him by 1 second
I'm qualifying.
in qualifying.
Yeah, in qualifying. And then it
Yes.
was all about Caleb Rupp.
Yes, it was.
He was the fastest on everything he did. He took home some money that day. But speaking about
Yes.
that, he's doing some pretty cool stuff. He donated $500 for the shootout, the hit list shootout, called the triple nickel. 5 people, 5 laps, $500 after all the racing's done. So that'll be our grand finale tomorrow evening. And that's just, like I said, winner takes all, $500. And it's a
Oh, that's
physical
gonna be
finish
fun.
little
Old
shootout.
Kind of grassroots old style.
Yeah, I like
Drop
it.
Yes.
a green flag, no timing,
And rock and roll.
and rock and
Whoever
roll.
finishes first, it's yours.
But to finish first,
First
you
you
must
must
finish.
Absolutely. And here comes Aaron Kane coming through.
He's got
Awesome.
one more turn to go, 2 more nice jumps, and he'll be hitting the Pierre Sports Center start-finish. See the start of the flags. That first jump, next jump is where timing is.
And is he also in a Maverick
He's
R?
on a Mav R, yep.
Yeah, so is that new since Broadview?
No, he had that in Broadview.
He
It
had
was-
that in Broadview?
It was his
Okay.
debut in Broadview.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
Our timing's being a little
Yeah, it's
goofy
a little
on our
goofy.
end, but we're going to switch her over.
Oh, I see. It was me being goofy. I was going down.
Oh.
I'm figuring this out. So Aaron Kane just got a 3:04. Grizz, you were asking about Tommy Dystra. He was 5th overall right now with a 2:55.
Nice.
I believe that is a leech that just left, but I could be wrong.
I don't know if they're here.
Though they're
I
not.
believe that's
It's a
Tyler
black and
Nelson.
blue. Oh, yes.
So Tyler Nelson with Eli McDermott riding shotgun with his Maverick X3. Sorry, his Can-Am X3 out of Evansville, Wyoming, with another Dakota Alignment and Frame athlete.
Dakota Lyman Frame might have as many athletes as Monster Energy.
Oh, man, no kidding.
Yeah, Brian and his team, they like to come out here and have some fun. So Tyler Nelson out of Evansville, Wyoming. Back there on turn number 3. This is a fun little banked turn. You can take the inside. He does take
He
the
does.
inside. I kind of like that high bank. Get a run and kind of
I think that'd
flip
be
around.
fun. Head on back up through the wall and come
It'll
back
be
down.
interesting during a race because I could see some passes being set up. If you think they're going to take the inside, you take that outside and rail it.
That would
And
be
see what
so
happens.
Cool.
He needs to switch batteries out for this driver, if you can hear me.
Dallas
some-
Sorry
is
about that.
Get
gonna
some-
have to be chasing some people to catch all those good passes tomorrow. He's gonna be busy.
Getting some chatter through the rugged race radios. Everything's going smooth so far. Jim Siebert and the Black Hills four-wheelers have had a smooth day. They dealt with that one rollover, but everything else has been pretty smooth thus far.
As
Knock
soon as
on
he
wood.
switches battery, I'm going to go check, inspect the car,
Perfect.
Yes.
and go from there.
And
Is there
driver-
anything you don't do, Grizz?
Yeah.
Announcing anymore.
Yeah. The driver and co-driver.
You're not getting out of it altogether.
No, I
No.
don't. I enjoy it actually in here. It's kind of nice. I mean, one, it's in the AC and out of the dust. So
Yes,
Not
that's
like
Guys do
Broadview.
definitely
you guys do have
helps.
the best seat in the house.
Yeah, thanks to Jack's Campers.
It's super nice. How were the co-driver and driver after that? Everybody's okay?
We got an okay across the radio. Everybody's good. So
that's great
news.
That
was good. They're 2 younger kids, right, mid-20s.
Oh.
I don't know them very well. Very nice young men.
But you're about to know them a little better.
meet them a little bit more. So they're new racers with us. So.
Was Broadview their first race, or they were in
Broadview
Powell?
was their first race. They didn't make Powell.
That's what I didn't.
The guy that owns the car is an older gentleman, and he's they're racing. I think it's his nephews or something. But
I gotcha.
He's been talking about racing with us for years and years, and I've walked him through how to set up the car. And they just put that new suspension on. That's all new suspension.
New suspension.
Yeah.
New A-arms, new control arms. The way it kicked there, I'm imagining they didn't get enough tune time on it when they finished it.
That's what I'm thinking.
It looked good in the whoops. I thought it looked good there, but
it looked good till it didn't.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Those whoops are nice.
All right,
and
so we'll flip
Tyler
her back
Nelson
to the start line. See what we got coming up next. We'll land our drone, switch some batteries.
Another Maverick.
You can see that dust is hanging a little bit.
Yes.
We got
That
just
wind
shy of
was doing
6
so
o'clock.
good.
I kind of assume this will be about the time we'll be wrapping up racing tomorrow evening, is my best guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to put my money on it, it'd be right about here. I am so excited
both bucks,
for that
huh?
last race. Yes, all 12 cents I've got. I'm so excited for that last race. It's gonna be
it's gonna be wild.
Good old racing. While Dallas is switching batteries, we're kind of hanging out and waiting, letting some dust clear up a little bit too. So.
I'm amazed how they've been doing the.
So we got the drone back in the air. So we'll get our next competitor off the line. We are qualifying one at a time on this 1.9 mile qualifying for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex just outside of Sturgis, South Dakota. And we are live from the Jack's Camper Studio. And again, thanks to C4 Fabrication for bringing us this live show.
And that looks like a T car. And I want to say it was the
Dalton Ratgen, I believe.
Yes.
And
it's 734.
He turned 16 this weekend.
Oh
so
my
huge. What else could you do better than that? Turn 16, go racing in Sturgis. So Dalton Ratgen.
That is awesome.
And his X3 out of Hitchcock, South Dakota, with Stretch's Well Service, Hiles Farms, Van Burslick Farms, Hiles Trucking, AA Motorsports, Van Burskirk Farms, PJ's Machine and Repair, S3 Power Sports, Mom and Dad, Tara, and the kids. So birthday weekend is underway for Dalton Ratgen.
What a great way to spend your 16th birthday.
Heck yeah.
Go drive some race cars? Absolutely.
Can't get much better than that.
And he is not slow, let me tell you. He is moving.
The sun is back out, so the storm does look like it blew through. The wind's still blowing just about the right amount.
Yes.
It was getting a little wild west out here.
We had some people hanging on to canopies for dear life for a little bit, but it looks like that tornado warning is kind of dissipated. But you never know what to expect out here, so.
Yeah, it can get western in a hurry.
Absolutely.
Again, a huge shout out to all of our volunteers, the Yellowstone Off-Road Racing staff, media, safety crew, racers, fans, sponsors, Woody Mr. Buffalo Chip himself, Brian Williams with Dusty Goggles Promotions, and Ray's Auto Body. Along with all of our great sponsor list. We'll run over that after a bit once again. And if you're just tuning in, we thoroughly appreciate each and every one of you. This coverage of the Yellowstone Off-Road Racing for the Buffalo Chip 100 is presented by Pierre Sports Center and has been brought to you by our official sponsors, Elevated Power Sports, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, DRW Performance, Epic Racewear, Must Be Nice Performance, and by Blackbeard Broncos. So it is Dalton Ratgen out there on course right now. We'll see if he can bump out Austin Painter or not. Then it's Jake Versy and Brian Grode, the top three. All are UTVs in the top three.
We have had quite a few guys already through here, and we're a little bit under an hour and a half into qualifying, and it's still
probably about a third of the way through.
Yeah.
So it's
great.
Austin Painter, Jake Versy, Brian Grode, Nate Thompson, Tommy Dystra, Randy Tucker, Tyler Nelson, Aaron Kane, Russell Tala, and Jordan Rupp are our top 10 thus far.
And then there goes our Dalton Ratgen over our finish line, and he is wrapping up qualifying.
And he just moves into top 10 with a 3:10. So great run for him.
Happy birthday, or happy early birthday
weekend.
Yes, to Dalton. What a great way to start it out.
His parents kind of pulled me aside and said it's his 16th birthday this weekend.
Cool.
So give him a big shout out. So we'll do that a few times.
And it looks like we've got our next 1600, and I gotta look. Which one is that?
So this looks like
it was Lyle Hogue. Matt Rowe in the 1616 car.
There
Him
we
and
are.
Lyle have very, very similar cars and very, very similar driving styles.
Matt Rowe and his VW buggy with out of Valley City, North Dakota.
The 1600 class is growing for sure. So
Oh, it's fun.
it is super fun. We've got 1, 2, 3. We have at least 9 1600s here, and that is massive. When I raced in 1600, I think there was 5 of us. So it is growing quickly. And with everybody being pretty close to the same playing field, it's even more fun. You never know who it's going to be in that class. We've got quite a few rail cars out here this weekend.
Yeah, I believe we have 9 in the 1600 class, so that's pretty impressive.
Yes, we've got a couple guys in bugs, but not very many.
But they still race all in the same class, correct?
Yep, they
Yeah.
do. We just don't have enough
Yeah.
numbers.
So it can
But
be a bug or
at
1600.
some point, you never know. They
Yeah.
might start splitting them up if it's going to keep getting big.
I love all the classes, but
Yes.
the bugs are definitely the class 11 style. They're a fun one to watch.
Yes, you have to experience the bugs. They are a riot. Oh man, you've never ridden a brick in a washing machine until you've ridden
That's
in
a
a bug.
good analogy. I dig that one.
Oh man, BB in a boxcar. He's making.
No, okay, there we go. So you do lose them that valley just for a moment.
Yep. And Matt's usually one of the fastest guys. He is definitely one of the guys to beat in the 1600 class.
So Matt Rowe, number 1616 out of Valley City, North Dakota. Plugging away. Trying to catch the time of, Jana Clung pulled off early. I think it was an accident. I think she just goofed up and pulled off before the start finish. So just whoops on that one. So he'll definitely be the fastest one thus far.
Yes, for the 1600 class, yeah. I wondered what the heck happened with Janae. But we've still got 7 more, potentially, 1600 cars, so I wonder how many guys aren't going to be qualifying today and just kind of saving it?
Yeah, because this is, again, tomorrow's race is on adjusted time. Normally a short course is physical finish, but we are doing an adjusted time except for the hit list shootout.
Oh, that's going to be
5
fun.
people, 5 laps, $500, the triple nickel. That's just the UTVs. The 5 fastest overall UTVs will be in the hit list shootout.
How many Maverick cars do you think we're going to see in
More
that
than one,
one?
I'll bet. Those things are quick. But we have Cody Williams, Casey Welty. There's a couple other fast ones in some Polaris.
There are some heavy hitters in this side-by-side class. And that class, wow, it has not stopped growing. The last 3 years, that has just exploded.
So Matt Rowe
He
just
has
crossed the line.
finished, and unfortunately our camera at the start line is kind of taking its time, so
Matt Rowe moves into 13th overall with a
Wow.
3:32.
that's pretty good.
Not bad.
And I believe that this is the 55 of Matthew Weiss in the Comp Mod Jeep.
Yes, it is.
Matt
Weiss with his wife Christy Weiss riding
Oh.
shotgun. Family duo. That's
That's
a
super
relationship
cool.
building
Yeah.
at its finest.
Boy, this
in
must
his-
be marriage counseling
Yeah.
in a hurry.
I was chatting with them earlier today when they were registering, and she hasn't made the last few races. She's been staying at home taking care of some kids and whatnot, so she was
There you go.
big hug, excited to be here.
Oh.
And they're racing their 91 YJ
Oh,
out of
fun.
Meade, Colorado with Yukon Gear and Axle.
He is such a great racer too. He's usually one to watch for the podium and just super cool guy. Just wants to come out and have fun. I bet those two are having a blast.
Oh,
right now.
I'd love to be in that
Yeah.
Rugged Race Radio channel and listen to them laughing.
Yes, just giggling away. I'm sure. Oh man,
So
and this
they're-
is such a great race too because it's not horridly long. It's just long enough to keep you on your toes.
Absolutely, and yeah, for the UTVs running 12 laps, they're going to
Oh,
have their
man.
hands full.
They are, yes. That class, wow.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. It's been a great show for qualifying for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. Thanks to C4 Fabrication and Jack Camper Studio for bringing this live coverage. Dallas with Montana Drone Company chasing these cars around up towards that number 6 little valley. We'll lose them for just a moment.
This section right here that he's about to go into, there's a drop off right where he's about to come through. There you go. There's a drop off right down there, and then you come back up the hill and around the corner.
A couple years ago, I was driving a water truck right in
Oh.
this exact situation, and this hill right here, I couldn't make it up it, so
Oh,
I got
no.
stuck down there and had to wait for it to dry up a little bit.
Oh, no.
It was sketchy to say the least.
I don't know that I'd want to be driving a water truck on
I
this
didn't
track.
want to be. I got told,
How
"Hey,
did
this
you
is
get-
Dusty. It's your turn." So obviously, we're all team players around here and make everything happen.
Did you get the short straw?
Every
Oh,
once in a
man.
while,
You're a trooper.
I try.
And this goes
So-
into that slightly off-cambered stuff, and it keeps it interesting coming down this jump. It could be a jump, a floater. A floater's a good term.
Yeah, floater is Matt and Christy Weiss making their way through this 1.9 mile qualifier.
It's such a fun, flowy track. I bet a lot of people don't use up too many brakes on this
Yeah.
one.
Well, you come in some of these corners, you're definitely going to want.
Yeah,
I was-
you're going to want them.
I was talking to Casey Welty earlier. He was out there running, and he's like, "Oh, you're going to use some brakes in some of these corners."
Yeah. These corners you're definitely going to want to slow up or it's going to take you with them. But you're not going to be on them as much as you are like Broadview or Columbus. Those are the ones that you definitely are not getting by without. Coming through that start line hill, or not start line hill, but the drag hill.
Where they start everybody.
Yep. They're doing a great job keeping everybody. He's coming through. You can see all those cars. It doesn't look like we've got a whole
Yeah, it
bunch
looks like another
left.
15 more or so. So, well,
Rowdy's not back there yet, so you know he's still hanging in the pit.
he's probably sitting in the pits watching
Yeah.
us right now, and he's probably smiling because we're giving him a hard time for always waiting until the very
Yeah.
end.
Somebody's got to give him a hard time.
So Matt Weiss up and over the Pierre Sports Center start finish, and he moves into 14th overall with a 3:32.
We've got another side-by-side ready to take the line. Does potentially Cody Williams? Can't tell if there's a flag on there or not. It looks like it. I bet that is Cody.
He was giving his car a 4-wheel alignment earlier. We had a
Yes.
fun little chat with him, and yep, you're right. Cody
He
Williams.
was not too fond of having to do an interview, but
Oh, he had
fared
fun.
with it. Yes, he was a trooper through it all. Wow, look at him go through those whoops. That was cool. Dallas is doing such a great job. Oh my goodness. Oh man. You definitely know he's in four-wheel drive after that corner.
So Cody Williams and George Williams riding shotgun on that Pro R out of Gillette, Wyoming. With Peak Power Sports, Octane Garage, Parkman Bar and Grill, Gillette Construction, Liberty Tax, Combustion Syndicate, and Bighorn Beverage. And he is definitely one to watch. He is kind of a checkers or
man.
wreckers. He likes to get down and have some fun.
It's so fun to see him, Casey, and Caleb Rupp. Oh, the 3 C's. Those 3. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
You never know who it's going to be. It's a toss-up.
It's going to be a battle to the finish.
Absolutely.
Looks like you got that thing all dialed in. So Cody Williams pushing strong in that Pro R. What a great track. Again, the video never does it justice, but Montana Drone's doing a great job kind of giving us this angle here. And here's that little kicker you were talking about earlier.
Yep.
He must have heard us and zoomed in on it for us.
This is such a cool angle because you can't see all of it, and it gets kind of tight back there.
Yeah, Montana Drone bringing some amazing coverage for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100.
And that little straight stretch is not flat. Let me tell you.
Yeah, this is a little off camber as well.
Yes.
Kind of at the bottom of a hill on turn number 9. Heading up to turn 10. This is that next up will be that little floater jump. He gets a little slideways there, but
rhubarb there.
Floats on down.
I like that.
Gotta have fun with it.
Oh man, I feel bad for those guys that have to go after all these cars towards the end. It is going to be slick.
Yeah, that powder on that outside of those corners is going to be slickery for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Oof, duh. I'm glad we've still got the W word in our favor for those racers.
So far, so good.
Oh, he's so fun to watch. He's definitely one of the fan favorites. That red, white, and blue netting, window nets. Nobody else has colored nets.
Yeah.
They are cool.
And he's coming down, so we'll get a time for him across the Pierre Sports Center start-finish here in just a moment. And I think this is going to be a good one.
And that second tabletop, oh, such a smooth landing, too. Holy smokes. And Dallas is back chasing, getting ready for our next guy off the line.
Cody Williams just moves into 6th position with a 2:56.
Oh, my goodness.
So
that was
Austin
fast.
Painter with that 2:48 early on.
There's only an 8-second spread.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. And we've got another side-by-side off the line. Or off the start, not off the line. The line isn't until right about now. And I believe it's a 275 or the 375 car. 225 of Brandon Anderson.
Oh, Brandon Caveman Anderson out of Duluth, Minnesota, I believe.
In his 21 Turbo S.
With Freedom Power Sports, UTV Armory, HSB Industries, and Self Care Anywhere Ltd. So Brandon Caveman Anderson runs with Ultra 4 with us quite a bit, but he was coming out here to check out Yellowstone off-road racing and come race once again here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex. So great to see some crossover drivers.
Where did the caveman come from?
That's a good question. I haven't asked him, but it's on the side of his buggy.
Oh, that's freaking funny. You gotta love all the nicknames out
Oh,
there.
yeah. We had Jake the Blonde Ambition Versy run earlier. He's in our second position right now.
He was super fun to watch in Broadview, too. He was cruising, and he drove all night, gets in, drives the race.
For 12 hours.
Did he do the 12-hour?
Yeah.
I thought it was just the your part.
You know what? You might be right. He
and
did
then
just do the 4 hour.
He drove all night
right.
again
and then
went
home. To
wow.
Idaho.
My goodness.
So Brandon Anderson on screen, the number 225.
He did the 12-hour race in a pickup, not the car.
Both ways.
Both. Oh, Lord have mercy. comes through that first little floater.
So Brandon Anderson out here, trucking along. Man, you called that, Shelby. That outside of that corner is really getting...
It's just kicking up dust
dusted.
Like crazy.
Kind of turned into talcum powder.
Oh man, straight baby powder. There's gonna be some people that get out and nobody's gonna know who they are.
Yeah.
Covered in all that dust.
They'll be all nice and sweaty and throw a bag of flour on them.
Yeah. I have a feeling that there's gonna be a lot of showers happening tomorrow night. Between the heat and the dust.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
There's nothing quite like a shower after all the dust.
And let's talk about the spectating once again. It's only $20 per person.
Yeah.
Kids 12 and under are free, and it's right in front of the Dusty Goggles watering hole. They got all the beverages you could ever need.
And snacks. They have food too, and it's really good.
Yeah, and they got some grandstands right here, and it's far enough off the track. You're not going to have to deal with the dust very much, but you can see probably 75-80% of the track.
Yeah, it is a great spectating track for sure. Absolutely. And they've got all the snacks. They've got places if you want to sit, stand, and there's no wait time hardly unless they're lining them up.
Yeah.
They're going to be cranking them through.
So Brandon Anderson moves into 8th overall with a 3:01. Very solid run for Brandon Caveman Anderson.
Got another side-by-side leaving the start hill, coming on down.
So their time technically doesn't start until that second jump he's getting ready to hit right now. And it looks like that is the
Shane
951 of Shane Dalquist.
He did real well in the 12-hour UTV as well. He was hanging in there. He was having some issues, but still made it to lap 8 or so, I think.
He's in a Polaris Razor with Twisted Customs, Shadow Spray Foam, and Uplift Concrete Lifting. So Shane Dalquist out there pushing along. And it is still Austin Painter 1, Jake Versy 2, and Brian Grode in that 3rd position. As we watch Shane Dalquist back on turn number 3 on this 1.9 mile qualifying course. If you're just tuning in, we thoroughly appreciate each and every one of you. This is the C4 Fabrication live show for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. Just outside of Sturgis, South Dakota at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex.
There goes Shane disappearing behind the hill again on us, but Dallas is picking it up, of course, picking up all of our slack. Going through those little kickers through the back where Miles got stuck with the water truck.
That's been a couple years ago. But
you're just a jack of all trades.
more of it, yeah. Do a little bit of everything.
There you go.
But have fun doing it.
Absolutely.
So Dalquist still pushing strong.
He is
Dalquist.
side to side. I'm curious what his strategy is on this, unless he's trying to straighten it out as best as he can. It looks like he's ended up all in the soft stuff, though.
It's just such a great shot for Montana Drone Company following these UTVs. All these race cars.
For sure.
It really gives you a great shot of what's actually going on out there.
Dallas has been with us for 4 years now, I believe, and just keeps getting better and better every time.
I'm trying to think, the first time I came to Broadview was probably about 4 years ago, and Dallas was definitely here.
Yes.
He teamed up with our live coverage team and flew a drone for us and does some great shots.
He's definitely got it figured out for sure. Looks like we're losing some cars. There's still some down in the bottom waiting in the lineup, but no point in starting your car every 3 minutes to eke up.
So Shane Dalquist coming around. One more turn to go, 2 more jumps to the Pierre Sports Center start-finish line.
We've got quite a few side-by-sides here, but I guess this would be the track for them to shine on.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially with that hit list shootout at the end.
Heck yeah.
You're going to want to be here. But
I think we have roughly, I think half the field is UTVs. I think we have about 30 UTVs out of 61. So, and then plus a couple of little tykes. We got 2 in the Youth 170 that'll be racing tomorrow morning for a half hour. Brayson Tucker and Griffin Blazer be racing 30 minutes out here.
The Blazers actually aren't here, so it might just be the Tuckers.
Okay, you're right.
I wonder who else we've got for some youth racers. Hopefully there's some more.
Yeah, that's all I got on my list.
Are they running the full track, the youth?
I think they'll do the qualifying course,
okay.
is I guess my guess.
There you go. We are waiting on who's coming next through. I think we're having a drone change right now. And it looks like Keaton's at the back of our last truck, which that means Rowdy's at the end after Keaton, but...
Looks like Dakota is tuning in from Arizona. Thanks for checking us out. He co-drove up in Broadview last month.
Oh, fun.
So he's missing this one, but he's tuning in.
We're glad to have you and keep on listening for all the racing details.
We got another UTV, it looks like, taking off. Well, that could be a 1600.
I can't quite tell.
I think that's a 1600 car.
1600 car.
So we'll find out who that one is.
I don't recognize that one, but what a cool wrap.
That's Lyle Hogue.
Blue, yellow. Oh, he's changed colors on us.
So
That's
Lyle
super
Hogue
cool.
out of Mandan, North Dakota, and he wants to thank all of his sponsors. Me, myself, and I. I love it.
Lyle's a fun one to watch, too. He's definitely going to be a top contender for the 1600 class. It's cool to see him out here with some new colors. He's been in a red or an orange buggy, I believe. Or yellow the last few times, and now it's blue, green, yellow, and white. Got some, like, lightning bolt
Shane
stripes.
Dalquist moves into 14th overall with a 321.
Wow, these side-by-sides are tight in there, though.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, the top 10 are all within...
Who are our
That's 16. So top 10 overall. Austin Painter with a 248. Jake Versy with a 253.4. Brian Grode with a 253.8, so less than a half a second. Splits those two. And then it's Nate Thompson, 255.473, and Tommy Dystra with a 255.485. Then Cody Williams, Randy Tucker, Brandon Caveman Anderson, Tyler Nelson, and Aaron Kane round out our top 10 overall in qualifying today. But right now it is Lyle Hogue out on course in his 1600 car. And for the 1600, it's kind of an open class. You can have an open wheel 1 or 2 seater, 1600cc VW engine, and a VW Type 1 suspension. No coilovers or air shocks, so kind of old school cool.
Are our top 5 all side-by-sides? Oh. I can't quite tell.
No, top 4 are all side-by-sides, and it's Tommy Dystra in that Triton Engineering Ultra 4 car. Probably the nicest. There's a lot of nice cars, but that Triton Engineering Ultra 4 car is absolutely a piece of art. I was checking it out earlier, showing Jade around some cool cars, and Rowdy walked by and he was smiling. I was like, Rowdy, you got a pretty sweet ride, but man, this car that Tommy Dystra has is
so
awesome.
Cool. He rolled in on the trailer and Rowdy's thing is purple. He goes, "Hey, you stole my color! Get this guy out of here!"
You got to catch him first.
Yeah, exactly. It's not over until the checkered flag flies.
So Lyle Hogue out there still trucking along.
Making
Number
his way.
1611 out of Mandan, North Dakota.
Those little rail cars are a lot lighter than the bugs are, so they've got actually quite a bit more suspension, but they're so long they just kind of slap. I've seen a few of them snapped in half because they just take all the beating right in the middle. You gotta be half crazy to run them full
I agree
time.
with that. So let's give another huge shout out to Pierre Sports Center, Wild West Off-Road Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Epic Racewear, DRW Performance, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Blackbeard Bronco, and Must Be Nice Performance. So please support who supports the sport. Without all of those amazing marketing partners, we would not be racing here today for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. As Lyle comes around, final turn, 2 little jumps to go, and Lyle Hogue will be winding up his qualifying run. Looks like he moves into the top 20 with a 3:51.
So we've had, how many cars have we had?
20 cars.
Holy smokes.
Well, 22. Janae did not cross the finish line. She missed that one. Whoops. And then Joseph Schwinn took that tumble early on.
Yes.
So,
dang it.
hearing some chatter over the Rugged Race radios. They're over there checking it out, making sure it's safe to race tomorrow.
We've got Clint Peterson in the 40. He's in the Pro and Ultra 4 class in the 4499 car. That is a rowdy car too.
Yeah.
He ended up having
That's a Trent
issues.
Fab car, I believe. Runs Ultra 4 with us. So Clint Peterson, number 4499, with Dusty Peterson riding shotgun. Yes, it is a Trent Fabrication car.
2016.
Out of Piedmont, South Dakota, with Dakota alignment and frame, Yokohama tires, Warren winch, Yukon gear and axle, F16 services, and King shocks. Clint Peterson's been running Ultra 4 for quite some time, but he really likes to dice it up here with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing.
He comes and hangs out with us quite a bit.
Yeah,
There's
I like
a few
it.
that you're like, well, where the heck is Clint? But you can't make them all, and I get that.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try.
Yes. Oh, he got a little western out of that bermed corner.
Yeah,
that banked
turn
corner.
number 3.
Oh, man, it's such a fun one, too. But he had a couple issues in Broadview. Was it Broadview?
I think, wasn't he the one that took off in the transmissions?
Oh, yes, in
Yeah.
qualifying.
Yeah,
That
just
was
popped
a
about
bummer.
100 yards in. He was taking off, and all of a sudden,
Just
rev limiter and wasn't
nothing.
moving. So
Dang
a
it.
box full of neutrals.
Glad to see him back.
I think it was the output shaft, if our
Oh,
memory
shoot.
stands correct. But there's been a lot of racing lately. I'm getting a little scrambled.
There's a lot of things happening. It's hard to keep everybody straight. Got a lot of cool guys out here, but some unfortunate events at times too.
Yeah, I started off at King of the Hammers earlier on this year, and then went down to the Nora 1000.
Yeah, you've
And then
been
where
busy.
we've been, Kentucky for Ultra 4,
Oh my goodness.
Indiana, Broadview, Montana for your.
What states haven't you been racing in?
I don't know. We were up in North California,
Oh my goodness.
just outside of Sacramento for a Ultra 4 race at Prairie City SVRA. And then took a couple weeks off and right back at it here in Sturgis, South Dakota at the Buffalo Chip 100 with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. It's been a great year, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been busy, but it's been a great time.
Yes. Miles was just telling me that he had just enough time to hotel sleep at his own house and then take off for the next one.
It's been busy, but I'm not complaining.
I'm glad you guys have had a little bit of downtime making your way up here to
Yeah,
just hang
yeah.
out with Jade. having a
Oh,
good
she's
time.
having a blast.
She's outside hanging out in this. It is beautiful out weather-wise. You could not ask for better racing conditions right now. It's just gorgeous. The sun is shining, and it's perfect temperature out. Hopefully not too hot for all these guys outside.
So Clint Peterson still making his way around. One more jump to go, and we'll get a time for Clint Peterson. Just moves into 8th position with a 3-minute flat. That's very impressive. So I believe that puts him just behind Tommy Dystra in the Ultra 4 classes. We're going to mix up the Pro Limited, and Ultra 4, I do believe, on race day. So we should have 8 of the big cars out there dicing it up. We have Nicolea yet to come, Mike Ablott, Austin Pyatt, Curtis Warner, Levi Roads, Rowdy Smith.
I cannot tell which car that is. We're absolutely
That
timing.
Is Austin.
Campana?
Yeah, that's a good one.
We're gonna roll with that. In the M999 car with Christian Campana in his 2022 Turbo R out of Fountain, Colorado. He's got MPPP behind him and Method race wheels.
So Austin is out on course. And that Turbo R. Campana.
This
Making
is
his
actually
way.
a pretty cool car too.
Yeah. There's a lot of nice race cars out here. Man, we've got just over 60 racing here with us this weekend for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100.
Well, I haven't seen the Crazy Indians, so I wonder
Yeah,
if it's
I
gonna
don't know
be.
if they're going to make it or not.
Dang it, they're a fun one to
Oh,
watch too.
man, during awards at Broadview, his interview was fantastic.
Oh,
And I said,
man.
you were doing great, running strong, and his dad says, hey, the beer's about getting warm. Hurry up. So we hammered down and brought her on home. The Crazy Indians, Tibbetts, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Melvin Tibbetts. I wish he was here running, but apparently he's taking care of business.
Oh man, those guys are funny too. Just a bunch of good guys. They just want to come out and have fun.
Well, that's what we all do out here.
Yes.
I love the grassroots feel with Yellowstone off-road racing.
Yes, you can still be competitive, but there's a lot of people out here that aren't really competitive.
They're just
out for the
to have
experience.
fun. Come out, hang out with their race family.
Yes. We got a great race family here. Everybody that comes out is like, the environment is great, and we just want people out here to come have fun and hang out with. More people to know and talk to, learn from. Oh man, it's a great environment. So you should definitely come on out if you haven't met the Your family.
Oh,
Even if
they're
you wanna come
wonderful.
spectate.
Aaron Grizz,
Aaron and Grace
Cody,
put on a great
Tim.
show. Cody works his
Oh
butt
man,
off for this series.
Austin Campana.
This is a slick corner.
And it's getting slicker and slicker.
Yeah,
so
as it-
I wonder if Rowdy's playing it smart by waiting till the end or not. I don't know.
I don't know if that one's gonna play in his favor. I'd like to say so, but after everybody being through it, hard to say. I was texting with him and I said the top 5 are between 248 and 245. And I said the top 4 are UTVs, and then Tommy Dykstra's car is 5th. And he goes, that's the one with the badass Ultra 4, right? It's
Absolutely.
sweet.
I was razzing him a little bit. That's a real race car. It's 4-wheel drive.
Somebody who's got to kind of
Oh.
keep him in the shins for a little.
We're having some fun out here.
Yes.
But that Throttle Down Customs
It's a cool
Class
car.
1's an amazing machine. As Austin Campana crosses the Pierre Sports start-finish line.
Floating her extra smooth. Just slowly making his way through the whoops.
Austin Campana moves into 17th spot with a 3:29.
I think we were about a minute off with our time predictions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Austin Painter with that 2:48. So I'm 18 seconds off. I'm usually a lot closer than that.
Not me.
Yeah, you and Jade were way off.
Another side by side.
Looks like.
Man, these are
No, that's a comp.
comp truck, I think.
It is.
It's the 8008 car. Oh man. Of Austin Pyatt in the pro class.
Oh, there I couldn't find it. Okay.
With Alex riding shotgun in the 1998 Jeep Wrangler out of Box Elder, South Dakota. So they didn't have too far to travel. There's a lot of people here out
Yeah, a
of
lot
South
of
Dakota.
locals. I like it.
Yeah.
So Austin Pyatt out there. And that 8008. Part of the pro class. We got 3 of those that will be racing against each other.
He was in Broadview too, because I kept wanting to get him confused with Austin Painter.
I confused it with Eddie Oliver as well.
Oh,
now, there's a few of them that look pretty similar. Eddie Oliver is not here this weekend.
He was fun to watch last weekend too. Or not last weekend, last month,
I
should
month.
say.
Last race.
Last race is a great way to put it. They're all starting to run together now.
So Spencer's tuned in from Tennessee. Jada Lundstrom is rooting on Austin Painter. Says might as well just pack up and go home. Austin Painter is in the house.
Oh.
Charles Crouch is tuned in. Wishing he was here.
We wish there was a lot of people out here. This one's definitely a harder one for people to travel, so we're glad that we have this awesome live feed to show everybody.
Yeah, C4 Fabrication for putting on this live show with Montana Drone Company.
And that's Caleb Rupp's company, so
Yeah,
he does a lot for this series.
Yeah, he's doing the hit list shootout. 5 of the fastest UTVs for 5 laps for $500. The triple nickel hit list shootout.
That one's going to be a true grassroots kind of race. 5 laps, top 5 finishers of the UTVs for $500, and it's going to be a green flag drop. Everybody's at once.
A standstill.
No time. It's physical. Who crosses that finish line first? And it is going to be a gnarly race.
That'll be tomorrow evening's grand finale. As we're watching Austin Pyatt still making his way through. He's heading through turn number 11 as we speak on this 1.9 mile qualifying course. Here for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. We are live from the Jack's Campers studio. Bring you some awesome qualifying, getting everything all set up for tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. We go hot racing. That is Mountain Standard Time.
We've got quite a few still hanging out there, getting ready to go qualify. We've added 2 more cars behind Keaton.
I'm going to say 10 plus yet to go. So we were guessing it'd be an hour and a half. We're already 2 hours in. So it'll be another 3-hour qualifier, which is all in good fun.
At least we're in good company. We got Miles to keep us entertained over here. And race cars. Race cars are pretty cool too, but we're really here for Miles.
Battery level is low.
Austin Pyatt crosses over. Nope, sorry.
Oh.
I got excited. I saw Austin Painter still up there.
See, we keep getting him confused, I'm telling you.
So Austin Pyatt moves into 18th position with a 3:29. So Austin Painter with that 2:48, still fast time of the day. We got a big truck coming.
Is this that 1420?
No, this is Ablott. So this is Mr. Pierre Sports Center. At the number 1470 of Mike Ablott out of St. Pierre, South Dakota, in that 1977 Chevy C10 with Pierre Sports Center, Blackhawk Marine, Battleborn Wheels, Lone Kid Racing, and Ablott Motorsports. As Kelby Kaufman riding shotgun. So Mike Ablott, Mr. Pierre Sports Center, for the out here run along.
One of the sponsors of the Buffalo Chip 100. We're
the
so
title
glad.
sponsor.
Yes, he's awesome. He does so many things for this series, and we're so glad to have him out here. He's been racing with us for
off and on for a long time. And now he's brought his son Zach Ablott. We'll see him later on as well. I kind of guess he's probably next.
Probably, yeah. Well, I don't know. He blew that head gasket.
Oh, you did say that.
I wonder if he...
And that's his backup engine, too, so that's about...
He just swapped that dang thing
last
Saturday,
week.
too, and it's Friday, in case you didn't know, so it's only made it 5 days. 6 days, I guess, but... Hopefully, I know that I saw him leave, and I don't know if he was going to get parts or maybe seeing what troubleshooting they could do. problem solving skills they can come up with for that.
So Mike Ablott up in turn number 6. That's a very fun off camber. Little canyon there.
That is a cool little section too, but it gets hot back there fast.
Oh, okay, I can see
Thankfully,
that.
you're not back there too long, but if that W word isn't moving, it gets toasty.
So, note to self, don't roll over back there, huh?
No. That one's not the best section. Most fun to roll over into, I'd imagine. If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it in front of everybody.
So Mike Ablott.
He's raced a couple Ultra 4 races.
Yeah, he
too.
raced at King of the Hammers this year in that truck
Yes.
during the desert race.
That little truck makes it a lot of places. They go a lot of miles with it.
Landing. Critically low battery.
So if you're just tuning in, this is the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex just outside of Sturgis, South Dakota. And this is qualifying for the Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. Getting everything all set up for tomorrow's big race, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time tomorrow morning.
8:30. Oh, the race is starting at 9 though.
Yeah,
Yes.
8:30 is the parade lap.
I'm excited for
And
that.
then 9 o'clock,
You can
hot
see
racing.
all the racers come through at the parade lap. That one's kind of fun too.
Yeah,
'Cause
then we'll do the national anthem, get everything
Yeah.
kicked off, and
Racing's gonna take. Oh man,
it's going to be a long day.
It is
But it's
gonna
going
be
to be
a
a
long-
fun day.
it is gonna be so dang fun. Got lots of heavy hitters between all the classes. Looks like we've got Grizz climbing back in with us, so hopefully he can tell us pretty soon what he's found as Mike Ablott crosses that Can-Am finish line. Oh, good to see you.
JT Taylor just rolled in the house. How you doing, brother? That was an unexpected surprise.
Come on over.
How you doing?
Oh, life is good,
Yeah,
man.
good seeing you.
Thought we'd come up here and
I guess this isn't too far from you then. What, 5-6 hours maybe?
about 7.
Okay.
But
And the way you drive, so 8, whatever.
yeah, we had to stop and see Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, we did a cruise by. Did you see Jade out there?
I did not.
Nope, you walked right by her. This is her first time coming to one of these races.
Oh,
so
cool.
We drove through Custard's State Park, and
We're gonna do that on the way home.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's a couple tunnels. Oh, it's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you crashing here tonight?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
No, Brian got us hooked up with a camper and said that May could use a little help, so I came up to lend a hand.
Awesome. You sticking around for tomorrow's races too?
Oh, absolutely.
Sweet. So you're here for the weekend.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. We got to leave Sunday morning because Michelle's son's got to fly out of Denver
Okay.
Sunday night.
Cool.
But yeah. But yeah, we're here.
Awesome. Well, it's good to see you.
Yes.
This is awesome.
It's funny when I talked to you on the phone the other day.
Yeah, you didn't say anything about it. I was like, yeah, I'm heading up to Aaron and Grizz there. Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
All right, we all get back to work.
All right. Yep. Good seeing you, buddy.
Good to see you too.
We've got the 1600 bug of Royce Doan out there. His is red with blue and yellow stripes. He's got Whitney Dolan riding shotgun with him in his 67 VW bug out of Richfield, Wisconsin. We really don't have
So
that much dust going on right now.
We got a frozen camera out on course,
Yeah.
but he's
Dallas is making the change right now.
Yeah.
I went and
Oh.
checked on the car. They're done, the ones that rolled
oh,
earlier.
that was
Oh,
it's
shoot.
Joseph Schwind, right?
Joseph Schwinn. They're both good. Everybody's good shape. They were happy. The cage did its job. Their neck
Awesome.
restraints, everything did good. They're good. They broke enough stuff to where they're not going to try.
Well,
Oh,
that's a
dang
bummer. Was
it.
the chassis okay or?
Yeah, everything's good. The back tire carrier and where all the tire is.
Yeah, we
is
saw
okay.
that flying off.
Yeah.
Yes.
That got all bent, but the main part and the chassis is okay. Been an A-arm, it looks like, or a
Oh.
rear control arm.
Okay. And just enough parts they didn't have to.
Just didn't and,
Yeah.
and stuff, but they said they'll be back in Columbus, so they'll build
Awesome.
it.
Sweet. It'll
Well,
be good
tough
to
break
have.
for them, but that's part of racing.
It
As
is
we're
a
watching
part.
Royce Dolan cruising along.
Dallas is back chasing him.
Montana Drone Company giving us some great shots.
Of course, it looks good.
Oh, it's such a fun course.
Yeah, we're running a 1.9 mile lap.
They mowed a lot of it.
Now you can see.
But it still looks pretty good when we went out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the course is absolutely awesome. So the qualifying run they're running right now is the exact course we raced Ultra 4 years past, and then tomorrow they're going to add in the back, and it'll be 2.6 miles tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, Brian said they add the top and then jump the road, go down, do the S's,
Yep.
and then come back.
Yeah, it adds just over half a mile more.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow evening we're going to do the hit list shootout. The 5 fastest UTVs, 5 laps, $500. C4 Fabrication, Caleb Rupp, and Hit List put that up. So that'll be our grand finale tomorrow evening. So it's going to be a great day of racing.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge win.
That's a great way to put it.
So Roy's still
the
cruising
lineup down
along.
here on the bottom, and it's a green flag drop.
And he's getting ready to get a little hang time there at the Pierre Sports Center, start finish. So Royce Doan moves into 24th position overall with a 3:45. Fastest lap of the day thus far still is Austin Painter with that 2:48.
Has Caleb ran yet?
Caleb
yet.
Rupp has not ran yet, so that's one
I
we're
wonder
definitely
if
waiting
he's
on.
I was
on a
over there in the
Rowdy
pits and I got
strategy.
stopped by so many people. I was over there asking questions that I missed some of it.
Jordan was our first off the line.
She had to go
Yeah,
to
Jordan
dinner.
Rupp.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
She goes, I already parked the car up there. I'm going to do this and go to dinner.
Oh.
Yeah, at the driver's meeting, she's like, "Where can I park to be first?" I'm like, "Up there."
Yes.
It's like perfect.
Oh, that's funny. I wonder if Caleb's pulling a Rowdy and wanting to be one of the last guys going.
A little
I know
bit
they
of
were
strategy
having some
going on.
issues, too.
Yeah, he had
Which is
a
a bummer.
ground cable issue. They were troubleshooting it, but they got it figured out and got it back out there.
Tucker had some problems with that Navar this morning, but I
Randy
seen him
Tucker
bring
then?
Randy
Yeah.
Tucker.
Yeah, he ran
So he
very
ran
strong.
pretty
Ran very well, yeah.
So I was glad to see him back.
Randy
Case-
Tucker's in 7th overall.
Yeah.
Casey Welty was having some
And then
issues.
there goes Casey right now over.
Is that him?
Yep, he just took off. He's going through
Good.
the whoops right now.
He got her back going. He's always a fun one to watch.
Oh, he
I
is
love
He's
him.
one of
fast.
the ones that runs the
Live
Rowdy and
stream.
him. He runs the live stream.
The
on
star
the car,
stream on the
Starstream.
top. Yep.
So Casey Welty out of Sheridan, Wyoming with Go Fast, Don't Die, Mathod Race Wheels, Next Gen, Schmitty Race Suspension, RDR Auto Studio, and Octave Industries. So Casey Welty out there cruising along.
He is such a cool guy. Just a kick in the pants, that one. But
And he
bought a new car
just
today.
bought a
He
Speed
did.
UTV
Bought a
about
Speed UTV
2 hours
today. It's
ago.
here. 2 hours ago it showed up and he test drove it.
Yeah, he
bought
went
it.
test driving for a little bit and
Oh,
gave
he's
Robbie
excited.
Gordon a phone call right here on site. Robbie walked him through a few things and he made a deal and he'll be taking it home with him. We were asking him if he was going to race it and he's like, "It's just, I want to get it home, strip it down,
Yes.
race prep it, and get it ready."
Make
Because
sure
it is
that
a
it's-
used machine.
Yes, but it's got to be up to Casey's standards. So for him to be able to run it as hard as he runs it, it definitely wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't cut any machine any slack.
No. He is also a checkers or wreckers kind of fella. And it goes to show that he is crazy Casey.
So up there at turn number 6. It's a fun off-camber little canyon.
Unless you're in a water truck.
We were just telling that story.
Not that one. That was a
Oh.
different story. I'll tell you that one later.
We're just going to call that the little...
So
This
Casey
is a
Welty.
fun corner too, but I bet it's getting slick.
Yeah, that corner will bite you.
Yeah, it's getting very powdered up out there.
This next, after this one down here on the bottom, what he's coming into now, that one gets a little scary, or a little slick too.
Yeah, it's a little off-camber downhill
Oh.
right in front of us.
Yeah, I don't
They're
know
at
if
turn
I wanna
number
be
9.
parked on the downhill side of that corner.
We've had quite a few, usually side by sides, roll it down that one.
Oh,
So
man.
the downhill jump that he's coming to right now,
Yeah, a little floater jump.
when we were here, Torque first built that. And then,
You were here for the torque days too?
Oh yeah,
Oh my goodness.
with Lovell.
Oh,
But
that's
about
right.
halfway down that stretch, they had rolled organics, rolled grass in, and then just put dirt over it, packed it in. Wood broke through during the
And
pro
it
light
got
race,
slick.
and it just started cartwheeling pro lights. Just
Oh my goodness.
Whoops.
Oh Lord.
Did you see they buried our rocks out here too?
yeah.
We can dig them back out later. So a couple more turns to go for Casey Welty. I don't know if he's got enough for Austin Painter or not. We will find
He
out.
might be saving it. I don't know. I know he was excited about that Star Stream, so hopefully they've got that working for tomorrow.
Yeah, they're gonna. I think him and Rowdy are running it tomorrow.
Yeah, they're both really excited. I know Rowdy was having some issues with his Star Stream this morning that they were trying to get the bugs worked out of, but Casey came over and it sounds like they've got it ready to go for tomorrow.
Did they?
I think
sent
so.
Casey over to figure it out. Casey's got a tech guy. His tech guy was with him.
That's good. Yeah, Casey came
I'm the
over
guy that
and they
can
were
barely
running
turn the
over the
laptop on,
tech and
so.
contingency.
So Casey Welty was off pace. He's back in 15th with a 3:17. So not sure what happened there. We'll have to get
he
an
was
update
having
on
some issues during
time.
the race.
He-
Last.
It was a transmission though. He got it
Oh,
fixed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Up on the
At
12-hour
Broadview.
race.
So he's
Yeah.
got it fixed. So that's not the
He
issue.
had to rebuild it. They couldn't get all this stuff, so they actually had to tear Nathan's transmission apart. I think.
Oh.
His old one that he blew up, but the parts were different ones that failed. So he's
Okay,
running
we'll
it
see.
easy 'cause
Is that Cody Olson?
That is Eric Rohr,
Eric
the
Rohr.
number 722, out of Rapid City, South Dakota, local boy with Rohr Co-Design and Pokorny Chiropractic. A lot of locals out here racing with us this weekend for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. Yeah, we're just over 60 cars, and half of those are UTVs. So Eric Rohr, the number 722, out of Rapid City, South Dakota, out here trucking along on this 1.9 mile qualifying course here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex, just outside of Sturgis, South Dakota. The rally's here in a few more weeks, so it'll be over 500,000 people coming in here.
All right. I'll have one cold waiting for you when you get done.
Sounds good. Good to see you, buddy. So JT Taylor sneaking in here. That's a cool little surprise.
How long have you guys known each other?
Man, it's been
Oh wow.
15 plus years. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Longer
that's
than that.
Cool.
I can't count
That's
that
a
high.
great surprise. It's basic math.
15, he had to take his shoes off to get there.
I got flip flops on.
Oh, that's why you wear flip flops.
Now you're telling all my secrets. So I guess it's been XRA 08. So what's that? 18, there's 10.
Carry the 5. No.
Yeah.
That's basic math.
16.
You're asking
16
Grace.
Yeah,
Long time.
funny.
No, he's one of the greats, that's for sure.
That's super cool.
It's cool. He came up here just to help you guys. How long have you known about this little secret?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't either.
Me and Aaron didn't even know. Aaron was about.
So who's in charge of it? Brian then?
Brian pulled this
Ah,
off.
Oh,
Brian Williams with Dusty Goggles Promotions.
that was sweet.
That's pretty cool. So Eric Rohr out there still plugging away. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This coverage of Yellowstone off-road racing for the Buffalo Chip 100 is presented by Pierre Sports Center and is brought to you by our official sponsors: Elevated Power Sports, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, DRW Performance, Epic Racewear, Must Be Nice Performance, and by Blackbeard Broncos. So thanks to everybody who helps this series keep alive and racing with us.
There's a little shot of our few guys left to go, and it looks like
doesn't look like
Rowd's still not there. What is? That's one of our bugs, and I can't tell if that's Paul Barron or Mark King yet. I think that's Mark King though.
Yeah, I think that one's Mark King.
His is a lot more red.
Yeah.
So Braden is tuned in watching from home.
And the Mark King in the 575 bug is off and through the whoops.
So I got a couple people asking for some times. Let's get Mike Ablott's time.
He had a pretty good run.
Mike Ablott in the 14th overall with a 316, and Casey Welty in 15th overall with a 317. So mid-pack for both of them.
Right behind each other.
Thank you everybody for staying tuned in for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. This is qualifying. Looks like we probably have about 10 more cars to go or so. And then tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., we go live racing. Do we do the parade live as well?
We do not.
Okay,
We
so
don't
the
have
parade
parade.
and the national anthem, it will be here live in house, and then we'll go.
We'll go live at the youth race.
It's 30 minutes, and that's on this
That's 30
exact.
minutes.
That's on this qualifying course, right?
It's a shortened version.
Okay,
of
it's even
qualifying. So-
shorter
Oh,
than
it's
that.
even-
So kind of just past the row of flags there, they'll make a hard right.
Okay.
And then they'll cut
Before the whoops?
Before the whoops.
Okay.
So they'll cut it.
Just after turn 11, I believe.
Yeah, they'll cut just before turn 1, come over and they jump back in at turn 11, and then they run that loop.
Oh, they cut off early after the whoops. Okay.
Yeah.
So they'll run. That's only about a quarter mile. I
Yeah.
like that. We'll be able to keep
That'll
a
be
good
perfect.
eye on
You
30,
them.
can
30
really
minutes.
see
It
'em.
makes it easier for us. You know, they are in the 175s or the 200s.
Yeah.
Either one.
And how many do you have?
I think we got 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
I didn't look at the exact number on that.
I've only got 2 on my list, but hopefully a
Griffin's
couple
not
more
here.
signed up.
Yeah, Griffin didn't come this year. He's the one that won it last. So
Yeah, he won up in
Broadview.
Broadview.
And Powell?
and he did win PAL too.
I love the little tykes.
I
Those
do.
guys
It's
and
like
gals
one
have
of
a
the funnest.
lot of
They
fun.
are so fun.
And that's what makes this nice is that you can bring the whole family and everybody gets to race. And they are the future of our racing.
Oh, the future of the sport, for sure.
You start them now. You're never getting them out. Mark King is still making his way, getting ready to come down the floater there.
Mark's coming around, heading towards the, got a couple more corners and he'll be going back by the lineup. We'll finish. Mark's been doing really good this year.
He has been, and he has been practicing hard. I follow him on Facebook and Instagram, and he's always posting videos out, running through his little track he's got at his house. Although it doesn't look like a little track, it looks like a pretty decent one. He's got everything marked. He's coming around through that start hill. We've got less than 10 cars, probably, and it doesn't look like Rowdy's lined up yet. Maybe I should text him. Oh, he said, sounds good, we're ready to go, just hanging by the car. He wants to make sure he's last, and by golly, he'll go through the lengths to get there. But Mark's coming through that first
Start, finish.
tabletop, and through the second tabletop. That little bug is screaming. Let's see where Mark ended up at. But we haven't seen Nicolea come through, but he was also having some issues, so I don't know if they were able to get those fixed or not. Mark King ran a 3:48, and he is 27th place. Right next to Lyle Hogue. I mean, right next to him. And
Yeah,
what
he ran
happened
a
with
little
Janae?
faster. Janae made a wrong turn and she admitted it. She's mad at herself.
Oh,
so.
no.
Yeah, she pulled off early. I was like,
what
that's
she
the
messed
wrong
up.
spot.
Wondering what was going on. And then it looks like that could not be Caleb Rupp right now. I don't know who it is taking her easy. It looks like. I'm gonna hand this back over to Miles because I'm not very good at the timing side of it.
And if you're leaning on me for the tech side, that's not good.
I can't.
That's why you guys are making a good team in here. We got somebody that's techie, and then
the 2959.
So that's Angel Barker.
Oh, okay.
oh, that is Angel. Yep.
Does she have Ashley Rathkamp with her?
Battery
No.
level
Nope.
is low. The aircraft will
So
proceed
Angel
to
Barker out of
flight in
Fromberg,
60
Montana, with elevated power sports and Bighorn drywall. And that Can-Am X3. Angel Barker.
She's
Out
got
there.
a co-driver, but we don't know who it is, so.
But I'm
They're
sure
just
they're
out-
having the time of their life.
Elevator to change batteries down in beams.
Lots of chatter over the rugged race radio, keeping everybody informed.
We haven't seen Thomas Hackman either, and this is his home track in his Ram Charger.
I saw him though.
I saw
He
it,
was
but
pre-run,
is
and
he
I
not
saw him out
gonna
on
qualify?
pre-run.
Yeah, I saw him pull in.
He never qualifies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is right. Just
Remember,
Oh, I
he
forgot
Yep.
didn't
about
do
that.
it in PAL, and he didn't do it in
Broadview.
He likes to just go pre-run, and then he wants to start in the back. He likes to just count them down.
Adjusted times on his
That's
side.
That
Yep.
works.
Again, let's talk about that because normally short course races is physical finish, but this is an adjusted time start. So that's interesting. I like the little twist on that.
Yeah, we do it just because then we're not trying to get the green flag drop and start. And we can run as many
Less-
people as we
yeah.
can out there. So with the UTVs, how many were there?
30.
So it'll be 15
my
and
Lord.
15.
That's a lot.
So the nice thing is two groups of 15 is way better than putting 30 out
Oh,
there.
100%. With all this
So-
dust, that'd be.
That would
That'd be
It's
wild.
a fair race that way.
Yeah.
So
I like the way you do that, and kind of explain that. So it's two separate races, but they're going to be timed together.
yeah.
So
So Aaron will run the first race. So how it'll go first, second, qualifying first, 1, 2, 3, 4.
evens and odds, basically.
Evens and
Evens
odds.
in A, odds in the B, whatever you want to call it.
It'll probably be odds will race first, 1, 2, 1,
1,
3,
3,
5,
yep.
and then evens will race the next race. And what Aaron does is just put those two times together, gives you the
Overlays, and that's what
There
we
they
got.
are.
And there's multiple classes. What do you have? 3 UTV classes, correct?
2.
And
Oh,
sportsman.
3. Yep,
Yeah.
3. You are. You have 1,000 production, which is non-turboed, anything with naturally aspirated, so that'll be 1,000. Then you'll have turbo.
And then sportsman.
And then unlimited,
Oh,
because that's where the Pro Rs and those fit are in that unlimited class.
that's right.
And that, but I don't think we have anybody registered. We do not, that I can see for the 1,000 production.
Oh.
So everything is
Okay.
just sportsman.
Unlimited,
unlimited.
and turbo.
So we had that because remember, well, I know you remember, Miles, back in the 800, 900 days.
Yeah.
I
And then
started
you went-
with
then
both
you
of
went
those.
to the 1,000
Yep.
and the 900s and the 1000s. We kind of divided them.
Yep.
And then they wanted to start racing together, even though you had a 900, not a 1000. And then they went to the turbo, and it was just on a short course. You don't see it as much, but on our longer tracks, those turbos will start walking away.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yes. And then Angel Barker is over that Can-Am finish line.
And we do have a time for Eric Rohr with a 3:14. Michael is tuning in. Thank you. So there's his time.
What did Angel just run?
Angel Barker ran a 3:48.
And she's new to racing this year.
Yeah.
This is her first year racing.
Okay.
And they had
And
an all
they did an all-girls team. Yeah, you're on it. Yeah.
12-hour race. I was so excited for those guys.
So it's nice to see her getting out of here. Her boyfriend will be racing. Is Cody Olson. Well, fiance now.
Oh, that's her
They got
fiance?
engaged last
Cool.
weekend.
All right.
Congratulations.
So or weekend before last.
And
maybe.
that's Premier
Oh.
Alignment, right?
Nope,
No.
that's Joe Sitzman has Premier.
Ah, okay.
They have
Okay.
the helicopter though.
The helicopter. That's what I was
Yes.
going. It was
They
the
own
Premier
the
Alignment
heli-
helicopter.
yeah.
That's where I got mixed up. That was
Yeah.
so awesome last week. And Cody said his dad was maybe going to fly up tomorrow, but time restraints, he wasn't going to make it.
Yeah. And they wouldn't have been able to fly here.
Because the airport's too close. Yeah.
close.
Oh, I didn't think of
Aw.
that.
So Dallas has to get the permit to fly here even.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Because the airport is right over the hill.
Yeah, just 5 miles away probably.
Yep.
That's
So the
crazy.
helicopter would have had to land there anyway.
Do we know where Nicolea is, or is he?
I
know he was having issues,
I didn't see him.
Oh, he
up there.
looked good in practice.
but after the race, we kind of went over just as a group of buddies, and they
After-
had no oil pressure.
after
yeah,
practice?
after pre-run. Yep.
Oh, man.
That'll be
Attrition's
Oh, and
already
here
starting to set in.
comes
Oh, Levi Roads,
Levi
Levi
right?
Roads, and I've got some notes for this one handed to me specifically by Aaron. Brenda Weston is co-driving for qualifying only with Levi Roads, and it's her birthday. So
Heck
happy
yeah.
birthday to Brenda. This is Jim and Tracy's best friend out there in the Jim and Tracy's alignment Ultra 4 car riding with Levi Roads.
And Levi's sitting, I think, second in points right now, if I
think
remember
so.
right.
Behind Andy Blazer.
Behind
And Blazer's
Andy,
not here.
Yeah,
Not here.
Yeah.
So this is
Blazer,
all
what
for
the heck?
this is all for Levi to mess up and
Yeah.
take over the points.
So Levi Roads and his TMR out of Billings, Montana with Jim and Tracy's alignment. J&M Tire, Napa, Matco Tools, Midland West Manufacturing, Billings Battery and Cable, JB Automotive, JSM Trucking, FJ Trucking, George and Jen Music, Hell Roaring Excavation. Help him get out here. And that's, again, Jim and Tracy's alignments machine.
This is another one that you can hear anywhere on the track. This one is a rowdy.
That's the one that Aaron ran to the side of the trailer with when they were unloading it. I'm not going to let her load that one down.
what was this story? I wasn't there.
So we were over there. She unloaded it. Everything's good. We were over there just chatting. I was introducing Jade to Jim and Tracy, and all of a sudden I heard bang and see the car into the trailer. The whole trailer rocked, and we razzed her pretty good. But
Aaron,
no
we love you.
harm, no foul. Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So she had to call Levi and say, I had a little boo-boo, but again, it's just scuffed some paint. No damage to much.
I mean, nerfing is a part of racing, but if you nerf the trailer, I don't
Before
know if
you
it's
start.
doing you any good.
Oh, it's called practice.
Yeah, get that one out of the way.
Get that bumper warning, you know.
They actually only have 2 cars here, Jim and Tracy's, this race.
Oh.
So they usually run 4 cars.
Yeah.
The other
Annalise's car, right?
Annalise's car did not. The car's back together, ready.
Really?
Oh.
The one that
They
took
could
the huge tumble.
in Powell.
in Powell,
the
yeah.
huge tumble
I'm
in
so
Powell.
glad they were all
It's
okay.
it's all back together, ready, but they still don't have shafts for shocks,
Really?
and we could not get
Bummer.
other shocks. We tried, and then
That's a bummer. And
they're
then
the pink
X3,
X3. The pink car is what they call it.
the pink car.
Their pink car.
Who's running your old car?
It's the 4997.
Yeah.
I can't remember who's driving this.
He
race.
Is
already-
it Winters?
Yeah, it Winters usually drives, but he's not driving this race. I can't
Oh,
remember
okay.
who is. The passenger's driving. So
Jared Kane, possibly?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So
but
they
the,
switch back and forth. So
But the pink car, you couldn't get
the pink car,
motor?
we couldn't get a motor in time, or they couldn't get a motor in time. So,
Dang
and
it.
it's not that it's not that it's totally blown up, but it was burning enough oil. Because
Ooh.
remember, Annalise raced that in a 12-hour race.
Yeah.
So Levi Roads moves into 14th overall with a 312.
Oh my goodness.
So they were having to put a quart of oil in
Whew.
a lap.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
a lot. Ooh, on a 3-quart system, right?
Yeah, it is. It's only like 3 or 4
boy.
quarts.
Oh,
So-
Lord
yeah.
have mercy.
That's not good.
No,
That is not.
I think it was one of those where you just wring the filter out when you're done.
Oh no.
So that's why that one's not here. And like we said, shocks with Annalise.
And here is Paul Barron on the screen in the 1600 bug of 461. Paul Barron is out of Sturgis, South Dakota. And he also would like to thank me, myself, and I in his 1965 VW.
I love it. Having some fun. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. And we are coming to you live from Jack's Camper Studio. This is qualifying for getting everything all set up for tomorrow's big day of racing.
think everybody must know that Miles is doing the announcing because they didn't make. Usually they type stuff in there, and they know I don't proofread anything.
I've been bit a few times.
time,
My
yeah.
good buddy Mick Henson has got me a couple times.
Yeah, Caleb Rupp has got me.
Oh, he's the one. All right.
And so,
All in good fun, right?
oh yeah, because they know it's like the anchor man. I'll just read anything.
I've been a culprit myself. So yeah, Caleb Rupp still excited to see him. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know what he's doing.
So right now let's run over the top 10 once again. It is Austin Painter with that 248. Jake Versy, Brian Grode, Nate Thompson, Tommy Dystra, Cody Williams, Randy Tucker, Clint Peterson, Brandon Caveman Anderson, and Tyler Nelson. Round out our top 10 overall.
Oh my gosh.
So
What
it's
is
gonna-
this time spread between first and 10th?
14 seconds.
Oh my
That's pretty close.
gosh.
So,
Cody Olson
so
and
Grizz
Sheridan
says
up there, and
Sheridan and Cody Olson are lined up, but we
And
don't
then
see Rowdy,
Keaton and them must be sitting
Keaton?
back. I just can't
Caleb?
see him.
Caleb
I
Rupp.
didn't see Caleb up
Yeah.
there. I can't see very good though.
Remember, you do not have
You
to
don't
qualify,
have to.
but I
Rowdy said
guarantee Caleb
Caleb's
Rupp
gonna
wants to start towards the
Yeah.
front because
And then-
dust is going to be a huge
Oh,
factor.
But I
Especially
think
for
when
that.
you guys interviewed him earlier, I've been posting those interviews.
Okay,
that you guys
good.
You interviewed him earlier. What was he? If he wins, he was going to give the money to all the
Yeah,
drivers,
so-
right?
Oh,
If he wins, he's going to
Shoot
get a
out.
hand $100 bill to everybody.
Yep.
There
He's.
you go.
I love how he supports C4 Fabrication.
yes.
Hit list. And yeah, the shootout's going to be fun. 5 of the fastest UTVs, 5 laps, $500.
Well, fastest, or depends on if everybody else fell out.
Yeah,
broke.
or broke. Yeah, that is no doubt.
First one to finish their 5 laps. Maybe not fastest.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be the fastest to finish
Yeah.
the 5, but Paul Barron still making his way around the track.
So tomorrow they will start 2 by 2 every 30 seconds.
Okay, we can do 30 seconds for every class.
Every
Oh, it
class,
looks
the only
like
one that's going to be
Keaton's
close
next.
is the 15 of them on that. Because what's this lap time right now?
I mean, their fast lap
qualifying.
is 2:48, so we'll add maybe
They're-
another 30 seconds, so that'd be 3 something. You'll have to do 15 seconds for the
We're gonna have to do
UTVs.
15 second
Yeah.
drops. I was going to do the math tonight, so
You want to borrow my sandals?
I'm going to have to borrow it. I'll just take my shoes off. I can do it.
There you go. Wow, that was quite a jump there by Paul Barron. Holy smokes.
And he just turns down a 340.
Wow.
.999.
So that puts
So
him
Paul
fastest
Barron-
in the 1600 class, doesn't it?
This doesn't break down, but at quick look, no Matt Rowe, it looks like.
Oh, I gotcha. And then Paul Barron second. When we got Keaton Potter taken off of the start hill.
Oh, I
Another
love that
comp
machine.
truck. It's just beautiful. He does such a great job.
Yeah, Keaton Potter with Ray Smith riding shotgun of that beautiful built 96 Cherokee out of Lewistown, Montana with Potter Auto Body, Throttle Down Customs, AFW Motorsports, PJG Motorsports, Yellowstone Edge RV Park, and Switchback Design. So Keaton Potter out there going to be plugging away. He recently moved from stock to comp mod. And again, that's one of the nicest builds you'll see out here racing with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing.
And Keaton does all of it himself, and at 21 years old, he
Yeah,
preps
pretty
the car
impressive.
himself.
And he works at Throttle Down Customs alongside with Rowdy.
Yep.
Had a fun chat with him at the Throttle Down Customs Big Sky 200. So let's run over by class. In the comp mod, it's Randy Wright, Matt Weiss, Joe Miker. In the Your Pro, it is Mike Ablott and Austin Pyatt. We don't see Nick Nicola yet. In the Pro Unlimited, it is Tommy Dystra, Clint Peterson, Levi Roads, and waiting on Rowdy Smith. And the stock mod is none of them have ran yet. And then we'll do the sportsman. It's just Shane Dalquist so far. And the sportsman turbo, Eric Rohr. And the UTV Unlimited, we have Cody Williams, Russell Tala, and Casey Welty. Still waiting on Caleb Rupp. And the Your Turbo, it's Austin Painter, Jake Versy, Brian Grode, Nate Thompson, Randy Tucker, Brandon Anderson, Tyler Nelson, Aaron Kane, Dalton Ratgen, Jordan Rupp, Austin Campana, Jared Kane, and Angel Barker. Still waiting on Cody Olson as well.
He's up there. I saw him.
Okay. So it'll be Cody, Sheridan.
I think Cody was waiting for, obviously, Angel to run. I think he wanted to see
Oh.
her run because that's his fiance. So.
Oh,
That's
sweet.
cool.
That's awesome. I'm glad that they're both out here doing it. I'm
Yeah.
glad that Cody's back. He's
So
been out
Keaton
for a little
Potter
bit.
still pushing strong.
Yeah, the last time he raced hammers with me. He was one of the teammates. for
Oh,
us.
really?
We raced
Cool.
hammers at the same time that year.
That's super cool.
Helped each other. We used the same pits and,
There you go.
and stuff. So that's
Then you
one of
don't
those
have, like-
races where that is key. Is
Oh, the pitting makes
Cool.
pit strategy is amazing.
when you can multi-pit. Otherwise, you got to bring so many people.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, that'd help with space, too.
Yeah.
So Keaton Potter up there at turn number 12. They'll be cutting off where the racetrack goes tomorrow as we speak. They'll be heading up the hill, but for qualifying, and right where that corner is right now, if you would have blew that corner, it goes in the hot pits tomorrow.
It looks like Thomas might be in line.
Ooh. He will be the only stock that ran so far then if Thomas Hackman did.
So Keaton Potter.
Oh, and then it looks like Nicolea is sitting down there in that bottom, I think. It
Nice.
looks like him. So hopefully they got that issue fixed. They had no oil pressure coming out of pre-running.
Yeah, that's not good.
And Keaton finishes up his qualifying lap. The Montana drone is quickly zooming back to the start-finish line as we're making our way through our last few cars, and then slowly some trickling in.
Keaton Potter, 23rd overall with a 332.
That's pretty rad.
So we'll see who takes off next. Team Double D up there doing some great things. Dean and Don getting everybody's stage up.
And then is that Cody
That's
Olson
Cody
now?
Olson.
Yep.
Yep, Cody Olson. This should be a very fast time.
Yes, he is.
He actually had to fix the car, so I know that was part of it. So my X3, the Your X3 that we used to run around here is
the four-seater.
Is short a few parts. He robbed them off of my car, the front sway bar, so I have no front sway bar now.
Oh no.
So Cody Olson in that X3 out of Fromberg, Montana, with Elevated Power Sports, Bighorn Drywall, Assault, Blackbeard Broncos, Copyright, HCR, Must Be Nice Performance, and Premier Alignment. Help Cody and Grizz's X3
Yes,
help
and-
them get him to line. But again, I love the camaraderie with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing.
Yes.
If somebody needs a part, it's all hands on deck. You're letting parts off the machine that you build course with.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
So Pal, 2 years ago, there's a picture of my machine on 4 jack stands, not a wheel on it, and all the hubs ripped off. They broke a right rear and one front, and I was the only one that had the ZRP hubs. So they stripped
borrowed
my
them, huh?
car, and luckily Pal's small enough, we just got around on the dirt bike and we made it work. But it was all to
Good-
keep
good for you.
people running.
Absolutely. And then they make it right in the end.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I had parts waiting when I got back to town and
That's
stuff.
amazing.
Did they come put it back together?
They actually asked to, and I'm like, I said I'm rolling it onto the lift. I'll like to work on my schedule. So.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. But what a great series, though. Like, it's
Yeah,
such-
the camaraderie
Yes.
within
a
Yellowstone
great
Off-Road
family.
Racing is absolutely amazing. So we have a heavy hitter out on course as we speak, Mr. Cody Olson. We saw his helicopter, him and his dad's helicopter flying around in Broadview just a month or so ago.
Heath's not racing anymore. He's done.
Heath is turn it over to the boys.
He doesn't like riding passenger, I heard.
Yeah, he's tried riding with them, and he doesn't like it. So Gage raced this, which is Cody's younger brother. He's done racing now. He's the one that was flying me around when we were test flying.
Oh, okay.
The helicopter and
fun.
stuff. So, and he's out here. He was helping. He's dating Sheridan Adams. So
Oh.
Gage is. So he was out
How long
helping
have
her.
they been dating now?
A while now.
Yeah.
So they've
Cool.
he was helping her get ready. I seen him over there getting everybody ready, getting her in the car. So
Good. Is she racing?
she is. She's in the car right now. I think up there on the start finish.
Oh, good.
She'll be one of the next ones up.
Sweet. Both your girls are out there. How do you feel?
No, Cheyenne is not racing.
Oh.
She's just helping.
She's just helping? Oh, okay.
So Jacob Tabler's tuning in. That X3 that rolled, they did have to call it for the weekend. Grizz went over there and checked it out. They broke
that
a
was
few
the
too many
worst.
parts, so they will not be racing this weekend, but we will see them up next in Columbus. So tough break for them.
They were
But
both okay. Everything
Yeah.
was good.
That's good. That's great to hear. You can have tough luck, but we just want to make sure that everybody's okay.
And it looks like Dallas is switching batteries again. He should make the rest of the race with what he's got.
perfect.
Well, we'll see who's strike.
I mean, we're waiting for Caleb Rupp, Rowdy Smith.
I'm
There's a
excited
couple
to see
big
both
names.
of 'em. And Nick Nicola.
Yeah, Nick
is
Nicola,
hanging down in
hopefully.
that bottom. So
Sheridan was
trying to be
probably,
sneaky.
she's not the fastest 1600 there, but she was actually figuring out strategy.
She's-
Asking corners, and she wants to.
she is
So
a
we'll see.
freaking fast little bugger too. She's been out there in that 1600 forever, so
And
she
Cody-
knows her ins and outs.
Cody Olson moves into 13th position with a 3:07. So Austin
that was
Painter
a good
early
run.
on with that 2:48. And then
Wow.
Jake Versy and Brian Grode with both 2:53s. Great runs by the top three. Austin Painter, Jake Versy, and Brian Grode went early and have not been beaten.
They just wanted to get it done and
And we
over
got
with.
the drone back up.
Yeah, Dallas with Montana Drone has done an amazing job teaming up with C4 Fabrication, bringing us this live show. That's a Can-Am Maverick R, it looks like. Is that Caleb Rupp?
It is Caleb with those green wheels.
Nice. So this is the one we've been waiting on.
I'm glad
Caleb
this is
Rupp,
out.
the fastest man of Broadview. He won everything he entered. So this will be exciting to see. I like how he berms this corner here.
Oh, that was a great shot by Dallas.
So Caleb Rupp getting ready to put on a clinic. We'll see how it all shakes out. Caleb Rupp out of Sturgis, South Dakota with C4 Fabrication, Maxxis Tires, KMC Wheels, Texera Tech, ZRP, Baja Designs, S3 Power Sports, and LSK Suspension. In that 2024 Maverick R, who won the Dakota alignment and frame 12-hour, the Your 4-hour race, the fastest lap of the day, and he took it all home.
That was a well-paid weekend.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
him.
he did all right, and now he's giving back for the hit list shootout, the triple nickel, five of the fastest UTVs, 5 laps, and $500. Winner takes all. That'll be tomorrow night's grand finale. So Caleb Rupp out there. We saw his wife Jordan Rupp run first this evening. She had a very solid mid-run pack race, qualifying run.
I'm excited to see how Caleb does tomorrow. He is such a cool guy too, but so dang fast. I wonder if it's going to be him and Cody Olson.
It's going to be a battle for sure. And again, Caleb Rupp with C4 Fabrication. They donated their skid steer. I know you used it,
Yeah.
helping for timing earlier this week. You know, he's doing that shootout. He really gives back to the Yellowstone Off-Road Racing Series. So, again, huge shout out to Caleb Rupp, C4 Fabrication. Jordan's got a gun tattoo, and everybody else that helps them get out here. Yeah, she has a tattoo studio here in Sturgis, right? Or it's down the road.
It's Spearfish.
In Spearfish, that's right.
Caleb's shop manufacturing of C4 Fab is here in Sturgis.
And they build Toyota armor, correct?
Armor and
yeah.
stuff like
bumpers and
bumpers.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff like that. So.
And if you're just tuning in, we're rounding down. There's a few cars left, it looks, for qualifying for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100.
Think he pulled it off and beat Austin?
I don't know. Austin's with that 248 was super fast, but Caleb Rupp is so smooth. It's going to be close. Definitely top 5.
Absolutely.
We are about to find out.
He's crossed that line, so.
Oh, second place.
Oh my goodness.
I can't even do the math. This 2/100ths of a second. Austin Painter with a 248.679. Caleb Rupp with a 248.694. So 2/100ths
Let's pull out
of a second. That is absolutely insane. Caleb Rupp just threw down a heater and identical run to Austin Painter. That is so that'll put them in different races
different
too.
Races.
I love it, but I hate it. I wanted to see those two battling.
Good start, right?
Whew. So maybe we should do the top 15 and then the bottom 15.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fair. Yeah. 0.015 of a second. Split between Austin Painter and Caleb Rupp.
Sheridan.
She is cruising. Oh my goodness.
So Sheridan Adams out of Billings, Montana with PRP seats, ITP, Grandpa Dean, Grizz, Octane Editions, Rugged Race Radios, and Inland Truck Parts. So it's cool to see your daughter out there racing. I mean, you got to be excited, nervous, and proud, right, Grizz?
Yes, all of it.
All in one.
Yeah.
Sheridan
it's
such a good
pretty
job.
bad because Erin does the timing, so she knows where they are. So if any of the girls, her daughter, my daughters,
she knows instantly what's going on. Yeah.
Okay, they should have been through 30 seconds ago. Where are they? Especially on the big, because she
Broadview.
She ran Broadview by herself in that
my
single seater for 3 laps.
That's impressive.
Crazy. Oh man.
So
She's
Sheridan
getting
Adams
lonely in there though, I heard.
Yeah, she wants a 2-seater.
So
making her way through turn number 3.
there you go. She's putting some dust out for sure.
10 Benders tuning in. We've got a pretty good crowd on our Yellowstone Off-Road Racing YouTube. Thanks everybody for tuning in, for qualifying, getting everything all set up for tomorrow's big day. For the Pierre Sports Center's Buffalo Chip 100 at the Buffalo Chip just outside of Sturgis, South Dakota, and we are live from the Jack's Camper Studio.
She's making her way up that uphill. See, these 1600s don't.
They just don't have the power.
They don't. I mean, what are you, 26 horse?
On a good day.
On a good day, going down that hill.
Yeah. With the wind behind you. And speaking about wind, it's almost but died down. That's crazy.
It is totally died down. There went from tornado warnings
to
and
nothing.
wind blowing, us holding a tent down outside, to
and you could see the rain a few miles away, but we just barely got a couple sprinkles.
I know. It's that love-hate thing.
Oh,
a little bit of rain would have been nice, but
a lot of bit of rain makes a mess.
we've also had a mess in corner 1 at the start of a race. Because it had rained the night before and it got slick. And it was Monty Tibbetts.
Because that's a little bit of grass there as well.
Grass. And it was Monty Tibbetts when he came through that corner. This is how long ago it was.
The crazy Indians, huh?
And he did not make the corner out through the grass, jump back on the track. I mean, he never lifted, but...
Oh my gosh.
Should be coming down the back section now. Yep, she is.
There she goes. Still making her way through those little bumps in that corner. That corner is not smooth. And it's getting slick and bumpy.
Charles Crouch tuning in. He kind of likes the idea of the top 15 and the bottom 15 in UTV races. Put all the fast ones up front and let them battle it out.
That's not a bad idea.
But we've already announced the drivers
Yeah.
meeting, so for this race, but that's
Odds
something
and
we could
evens, so.
Do
add
the
in.
future. Looks like Jade's sneaking back in.
This is Jade's first race coming with her dear old dad, and we're having some fun, aren't you, Jade?
Yeah.
You're having a blast, aren't you?
Yeah.
And what do you think about the Yellowstone off-road racing family? They're great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, you can say more than yeah. Come on.
It's cool.
And the car ride, you wouldn't shut up.
Well, not my fault.
No, it's all fun, but I've loved having you out here.
Where have you
You're
been
my
hanging out during
baby girl.
qualifying?
You're just down here watching with
You've
Aaron?
been sitting with Aaron and timing.
Yeah.
Are you getting all the numbers?
No.
Oh,
No.
it's Sheridan run.
Oh, we'll get a time for Sheridan.
What do we got next? Is that another 1600?
Sheridan Adams with a 4:04. So, ahead of Janae.
There you go.
Oh man.
So we saw Caleb come through. We're waiting on him. Rowdy Smith. Still
Oh, and
waiting
here
on
comes
him.
Thomas Hackman. He is qualifying. He's going against
Wow.
his own strategy here, and he'll be the only stock truck.
car that's qualified.
So he's guaranteed front of the pack for the stock trucks.
And maybe that's what he was waiting on. So Thomas Hackman with Edgar riding shotgun in that 82 Dodge Ram Charger. Local boy out of Rapid City, South Dakota. With Dirty Birds drive shafts out of St. Louis. Nimcon out of South Dakota. Merck Pizza Pub out of Nemo, South Dakota. Hackman Trucking out of Medford, Oregon. So Thomas Hackman, great to see him out there. We had a fun chat with him in Broadview as well.
Yes, he's such a great guy. And one of the Sturgis races, him and his crew had a nacho bar set up for everybody.
They
Which was
usually
super
do.
cool.
It's awesome.
Super, super cool guy.
Well, remember when you guys came out with Ultra 4? And when you guys came out for Ultra 4, he was there at that race too. Remember that? The Dodge Ram?
Oh, I do remember that. That was, I'm
Yep.
putting that puzzle together. All right. Thomas Hackman out there rolling through turn number 4 now, or entering into turn 4.
You don't see many Ram Chargers out there
Not
being
too
raced.
many.
No.
And I believe he's going to be racing the Mint 400 next year. I think that's on his list.
Yep.
Great to see the old bodies out there rocking and rolling. You still have your Bronco, Shelby?
We do have it, and it hasn't been touched since Sturgis last year.
Since you wadded it up a year ago.
Well, I guess that's a lie. It did get touched for my sister's senior pictures.
All right.
We were trying to have it in one piece, but that did not happen.
Yeah,
But
that's part of it.
we've got another little truck in the works, but it needs a little bit of love before we bring it out to get abused even more. I loved that Bronco though, because there's not very many of them in that old body style, but
For
those
sure.
old body styles aren't really built for off-road. You got to put a lot of work into them to make them work well.
So Thomas Hackman, I think, like we just said, is the only stock class car that has qualified so far. Again, you do not have to qualify. You can take a rear start. Tomorrow's race is on adjusted time. Tomorrow's race course is 2.6 miles long.
So, a little under 3/4 of a mile longer than what it is now. Thomas is making his way back up the hill. He's not moving slow, that's for sure, especially for a stock truck.
Yeah, so tomorrow's race, the 1600s will do 8 laps. That's 21 miles. The stocks will do 10 laps, which is 26 miles. The comp, Ultra 4, UTV, Pro, and Pro Unlimited will do 12 laps, which is 31 miles. That's going to be some wide open racing. I think there's going to be a fair amount of attrition out there, because pushing that hard on this short course for 12 laps, 31 miles. That's going to be rough.
Yep.
That's hard on equipment.
And the race goes so fast that if you have one issue, your race is pretty well over. So you have to have a ready car for this one. Thomas.
But nobody should have to get fuel.
No.
Unless they forgot to start with fuel.
Yes.
And we have had guys do that.
I've seen it.
Oh.
That happened last race. First
Yes.
lap of the 12 hours. Somebody ran out of fuel.
Yes, they did. Right at the bottom.
So Thomas Hackman moves into 29th overall with a 3:36, first in class.
Who we got next? Oh, it looks like Nicolea taking off down that start hill. And we have him out of Hawaii.
He's
but
local out of Montana.
Out of
Wyoming. Cody Wyoming.
Holy
Thank
cow, he just
goodness.
launched that hill.
Oh boy.
And he did not back off for the whoops.
No, he did not. And smooth through the whoops too. That truck ran beautifully through there.
So Nicolea with that 93 Ford Ranger out of Cody, Wyoming with Rowdy Outdoors. Rolling Death Maui. Go fast, don't die. Yeah, you saw him rolling up with his shreddy on the side of his machine. And
Yes.
man, that truck, you've seen that in a few YouTubes out there for sure. That thing is a beautiful truck. Been around this sport for a very long time. It's great to see Nicolea out there running hard.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful truck and it's really well built, so it's great to see him out there keeping it moving.
Nicolea through turn number 4.
Oop, getting a little slick through there.
Getting a little slideways
Little slideways.
as he's heading up that little canyon area. And Montana drone is bringing us just picture perfect. You can see a little bit of shadows starting to set in.
Yeah.
Sun's starting to set.
Really interesting back there through there with the visors. Get some dust on your visor.
So we've been qualifying for almost 3 hours.
Oh my gosh. Sneaking up on Broadview kind of time.
And fastest time still is Austin Painter, neck and neck with Caleb Rupp.
We don't have Brent Burton to come sneak in
Yeah,
there at the
not
last
this
second.
one.
So is it going to be Rowdy?
That was a heartbreaker for him. Set the fastest qualifying,
That
but
was
then
so
lost
sad.
an engine over. He
Oh.
found out overnight that the engine was toast. So
Oh,
tough break
goodness.
for Brent Burton up in Broadview.
He's been having lots of engine issues. I feel real bad for him. He is on a tough break right now.
So we still haven't seen Rowdy Smith in the TDK car.
Here comes
He likes
Nick
waiting until the
Dalton.
very end.
That's an interesting strategy because I'm not that kind of person.
Oh, wait till the end.
Oh yeah, no, I want to get it done and over with. I don't care where I'm at, but
I mean, I think me and Miles would be on the same thing. We'd go ahead and get pre-run done and crack us a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Qualifying and just relax.
Run over the
Yeah.
Dusty Goggles watering saloon.
just kind of pick them
Watering
up from
hole.
the back of the pack.
So Nicolea still pushing strong. Part of the
Good.
pro class here with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. And letting her all hang out.
I know they were on the phone with Darren Parsons trying to figure out what was going on, so I'm glad that they got that all situated. It looks like Rowdy might be next. He must be our last one,
Uh-oh.
because
Last but not least.
Let's watch Nick. He'll probably air it out on this last
Oh,
jump
yeah.
here.
Battery level is low.
And
And
he
you can hear it.
sends it over the Pierre Center start finish. Let's get a time for Nicolea. That's got to be a pretty decent one. Oh, it's not in the top 10. I was very surprised by that. Nicolea 15th with a 3:08.
But that top 10, what do they got? 8 seconds between them?
Yeah,
And the
it's,
top
That's-
10 is all side-by-sides, isn't it?
Tommy
Minus Tommy.
Dykstra's in there
And Clint
and
Peterson.
Clint Peterson.
Okay.
2 Ultra 4s.
Which are four-wheel drive.
Yep,
and I
so
think
which makes a
right
big
now-
difference coming out of these corners.
Yes.
Dallas is switching a battery for the last car, and Nicolea is stopped on the track.
Oh.
Just after the finish, it looks like they shut the car off.
Jeff Simon or Chris, can you on that, please?
So it looks like they're trying to get somebody over there to go see what's going on. Well, Dallas switches that battery. I'm not sure that they knew how to get off the track, but.
So we have one more to go. Again, let's give a huge shout out to Pierre Sports Center, Wild West Off-Road Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Epic Racewear, DRW Performance, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Blackbeard Bronco, Must Be Nice Performance, C4 Fabrication for this live show, Montana Drone Company, Mickey Thompson Tires, Dakota Alignment and Frame, Throttle Down Customs, CEI Electrical, Roller Construction, and Rugged Race Radios. So please support who supports the sport. Without all those amazing marketing partners, we would not be here racing with Yellowstone Off-Road for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. So Nicolea makes it a decent time, but
they're going to think they hit pretty hard.
I think
on
when
that
they
front
landed,
driver
they
corner.
landed on that front driver corner.
Yeah, it
and
looked
the tire
rough.
did some funny stuff. I saw it, but I thought it was okay.
I thought
Obviously
it landed
not.
smooth, but
something's
not
that was definitely a
good.
cinder.
It was a sender for sure. I really hope
There's
Rowdy
times
doesn't
to
send
send
it
it
that far.
qualifying. I don't know if that's the
Yeah.
time. You know, you want to
You wanna
qualify good, but you want to be able to race.
You want to be able to show off during the race. Showing off during qualifying is one thing, but showing off during the race, that's where you want to.
Yeah, so the pits will be could be busy tonight.
It's
Yes.
going to be a busy night. Not for us.
Not
Nope.
it'll be busy enough.
Yeah.
We'll be having creamsicles. Good
A
ones.
couple frosty beverages in my near future.
We'll have to timing, get the lineup set up. I mean, Aaron's got a lot of work.
Erin's going to be busy.
Erin's gonna be
we'll
a
make
busy
sure she's
gal.
okay.
Yeah.
Jade'll take care of her, right?
Jade's
Smile or not?
Jade's been a trooper today. She's been out learning lots and meeting lots of people, so
She was
we're glad to have her
selling
out
some
here.
T-shirts this morning.
Yes. All of us out here in our shiny white. Rowdy's hanging out at the start. You can see a guy cruising on the highway. I bet they're wondering what's going on. They're still trying to decide what's going on with Nick, and he is getting towed out by an
I think they're just going to go slow. Try to keep that tire there. He's up on the bank pretty hard, so
Yeah, tough
Dang
break for
it.
Nick Nicolea.
hopefully it's something easy. We can just get fixed and be done.
Yeah, they've had kind of a rough start to the season, other than
And I've not
Powell.
looked at that car super close, but when he hit the jump over here, that must be an I-beam front end.
Okay.
Is
I
it a
think it
cross
is.
I-beam front end?
Yeah, I
Like a
think so.
TTB style, or
Yeah,
It's-
like
yeah,
the cross.
I
beam,
believe so. It's an old Ranger, so that would
So
yeah
that
TTB,
would make sense.
I believe.
So
Yeah, see? Oh, now he dropped down. You couldn't see it now. But
So we do have Nick
could
Nicolea
barely see
off
him.
course, so that should make our last runner and rider of Rowdy Smith.
it doesn't look like that wheel's... Oh, it is spinning, but not much while they're dragging him out.
So don't forget, we still have one more car to go, and then tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., we'll start with the youth UTVs. Then we'll go into the 1600s. Then we'll go to the stock and comps. Then we'll do the Ultra 4, and then UTV, and then Pro Unlimited. Are we running Ultra 4 with the Pro and Pro Unlimiteds?
yes.
Okay, so
But there's only 2 pros? 3?
No.
Austin
well-
Pyatt, Mike Ablott, Nick
Yep,
Nicola.
3.
So there'll be 3. There's not going to be... And between the Pro Unlimited and the Ultra 4, there's only 5 cars. So that's only 8 on the course.
yeah,
at
no,
the same time.
that'll make a
perfect.
great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
And then allow them to kind of hopefully get spread out a little bit, but there's not much room on a 2.6 mile track.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the all clear that they've got Nick off the track.
He
in
was
a way.
almost off the track, and then I'm not sure what happened, but
Yeah.
still waiting for him to clear course.
I'd really hate to be in the truck right now waiting
Yeah.
to go. My heart would be racing so dang hard.
But hey, that's his fault.
That
He
is-
waited till
he
the very
loves
end.
That. I don't know, man.
Just pull them off. We need off. Hey guys, we need them off the track.
Grizz is out there hollering to get him off the track.
He's got his
But it
pretty
looks like
pink
he's
rugged
off.
race radio,
Yeah,
chatting
he's
with-
got-
chatting with
Those-
Jim and his Black Hills four-wheeler crew.
Those rugged radios have been putting their work in today already. You
And up next will be Columbus for the Wild West 100, September 19th and 20th. That'll be another fun race to go check out.
We're still waiting on what's going on over here. They've got everybody out of the car, but they're not on course and they're not close to on course. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. Maybe they're waiting for that safety crew to get back to its spot.
Yeah, we definitely want to keep everybody safe and sound. We are here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex, just across the street from Buffalo Chip proper. And during rally, this amazing 600-acre facility has full-service campsites, awesome concert series. They've got multiple bars, shower houses, laundry on site, a general store, gas station, bikini beach, a zip line, and much, much more. And off the line now is Mr. Rowdy Smith.
And nothing short of a send on the tabletop, Rowdy Jack. Just coming through that corner. And way high up on the bank, kind of.
So Rowdy Smith and had Throttle Down Customs Class 1 out of Moore, Montana with Throttle Down Customs, TDK Motorsports, Tree Dog Customs, Hurley Oil Field Services, Baja Designs, Row Designs, Switchback Designs, Inland Truck Parts, AFW Motorsports, Dirtbag Media, and Fully Deleted Company.
Switchback Designs is Rowdy's own company that
Awesome.
he started. He does a little bit of fabric on the side, doing exhaust tips and dirt bike stands. And then Dirtbag Media is his brother Race and his photography. And he does a great job.
So Rowdy Smith out there seeing what he can do. See if he can put up some time against Tommy Dystra and Clint Peterson. So for his race, the time to beat is a 2:55.
That is pretty
That's going to be
fast.
pretty quick. I'm going to say it looks like Rowdy's running around that 3-minute mark right now. We'll see if he can pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, he was kind of taking a little break there on the berm out of that first or second corner, I guess. So
That car's been racing with Yellowstone Off-Road Series for quite some time. Willis with Throttle Down Customs built that car frame up and then has passed the torch to Rowdy Smith, his stepson.
this is Rowdy's first time driving this track. He's co-driven here with Willis before in 2020. And then this is his first time having a car live this long to make it to this track. And he's so excited. I'm glad that we've got some good weather for him. And hopefully it's not too slick, but must be a little bit.
No, he's running strong up here. Heading into turn number 10. He'll hit that little floater jump coming on down the hill.
That car is 7,000 pounds, so it takes a lot to get that sucker off the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Or I guess
great
it's about
shot.
64, I'm sorry, but he's
So-
wrapping us off in the dust.
And I believe this is the last car. We'll find out, but
Yes. He doesn't have Brent to hop in right now.
yeah. So this is winding down on qualifying for the Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex just outside of Sturgis, South Dakota. And we are live from Jack's Campers Studio.
Oh, and it looks like we've got one more car on
Okay.
the line, and that's a comp truck.
So one more maybe sneaking in here right behind Rowdy Smith. So we should be getting a time for Rowdy here pretty soon as he sends it over the Pierre Sports Center start-finish line. And Rowdy Smith gets a top 10, 3 minutes flat. That wasn't a
man.
bad guess, was it?
No, and he's like right on par. He's 0.3 of a second behind
Clint Peterson. So he'll be sitting second row behind Tommy Dystra and Clint Peterson.
That was
That's
a tight group for
good
those
run.
guys. What are they, within
One
5
more out
seconds
there.
of each
Yeah.
other?
Looks like we do have one more, sounds like Grizz is saying.
That comp truck, that
Can't quite tell who it is.
all I know is that it's a 3/4 ton Ford pickup that they turned into a race truck. He was in Broadview and Powell. He is new this year. I think that's Ethan Road, the 23 2006 Ford F-250.
Tyler Elings is on his way here now,
Oh,
and he said, I got a message from him. Rolling through Gillette, listening to the qualifying has been awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Well, hurry up and get her so you can go racing.
Yes.
But hey, I love the never give up attitude, and you're making it on down.
Well,
so
he's just coming to watch.
Oh, just coming to watch. Okay. So he'll get here tonight.
He sponsored the fastest lap.
He's the Combustion Syndicate.
Combustion. Oh, I remember him.
Yes,
Yeah,
yep.
at Broadview. Yep. Combustion Syndicate.
We'll be glad to have
Be in the house.
him repping his brand out here. Lots of people supporting the sport this weekend. And there's Ethan Road off in his 2006 Ford F-250 out of Rimbley, Alberta.
Oh, Canada, huh?
Jack's
Eh?
Auto. Yeah, no kidding. Jack's Auto Rimby, Eckville Machining and Welding. He has been a trooper for all of these races so far. This is his third race, at least with your. We were watching him pre-run a little bit this morning, or this early afternoon.
I did see that one. Yeah, that's a fun one. He was right by Caleb Rupp with C4 Fabrication camped out. Yep, okay. So,
And
Ethan
then-
Road.
What time are we starting streaming tomorrow morning?
9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll go live racing with the Youth 170s. And then we'll go into the 1600s. Then the stock and the comps together. And then the big UTV race times 2. And then the Pro Unlimited, and Ultra 4. And then the shootout. The hit list shootout. The 5 fastest UTVs, 5 laps, $500 on the line. Winner takes all. Caleb Rupp and Hit List have donated their fastest lap from Broadview, $500, and it's going to be our grand finale tomorrow night. So we'll be racing 8 to 10 hours tomorrow, I'm sure, and then give away the Rays Auto Body and Fire River Racing Awards. Have some fun and keep her all rolling.
Yes, if you're in the area, it's going to be great weather. We've got good snacks. They've got
Dusty
Dusty
goggles, watering holes here on site at the start-finish line. It's only $20 per person. 12 kids 12 and under are free, so come on out if you're anywhere in the Sturgis, South Dakota area, or rolling through Gillette, Wyoming.
Yes.
On your way here.
Come on, hang out in the bleachers, grab some food, grab something to drink. Just come hang out and watch some race cars. What better way to spend a Saturday? There's not one. I'm convinced.
Absolutely. Jade, what do you think? Is there anything better you'd be rather doing?
No.
Heck no, you're having fun, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's a big smile. I'm glad you came.
She's all decked out in her Wild West gear.
Oh yeah, she
Big
loves some
York
race
girl now.
swag.
All
you
the
got a
race
hat.
Yeah. So, Ethan Road out of Rimbley, Alberta, Canada.
Dallas is right up on him. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
so cool.
Montana Drone Company's doing some
Oh, my
great
gosh.
work.
He was
For our
sitting right
last qualifier of the day, 1.9 mile track. Tomorrow will turn into a 2.6 mile course.
And he's doing good. He's got only a few corners left. He's crossing where the racetrack splits off there, and then heading back in before he comes through that bottom.
And right where he is now is where Hot Pits rejoins race course. If you do have a tire, or that's about it. I think if you can
have
change a
anything-
tire, anything much more, you're going to be a lap or two down.
Yeah, that
It
might
is
be a
tomorrow?
rough one to come back from.
Is tomorrow going to be a Grand Prix finish once the checkered flag flies? It's for everybody?
It's
No.
laps because
Okay,
remember,
it's laps.
We run point system, and our point
it's
system is based
for
on laps. finished.
Okay, so it's not a Grand Prix finish. It is run your laps for points. I
Yep.
did hear
And
that
then
in the driver's
every
meeting.
lap
Thank you.
Is a point. There's a certain amount of points.
Gotcha.
So,
And all
points
these
for
people
start.
are chasing points.
Oh, yeah.
Starting points and finishing points. So
All right.
Does that conclude our qualifying?
I believe so. Waiting for a little chatter over the rugged race radio.
which should help, but I left the radio out there.
And Ethan Road is
You want the
done and
pink
heading back to
rugged
the
radio?
fence.
Aaron
What a
buys the
great-
pink radios every year because all the money,
Yeah,
not
that's-
all the money, but the money goes to support breast cancer.
Yeah, I love that. That's
So-
cool what Rugged
And
does.
so
Yeah.
Aaron every year buys the race car I raced at Hammers. It was a pink radio. She bought the handhelds this year, so she makes
That's
sure
awesome.
she supports it every year.
Oh yeah,
That's
support who
awesome.
supports the sport. So waiting for an all clear on qualifying, but I believe we are winding on down. And there's a great shot
Yes, you guys got everybody for
of the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex. Dusty Drone is done, so it sounds like we are going to sign off for the evening. So thank you for tuning in to the 2024 Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 qualifier. We're here at the Sturgis Buffalo Chip in Sturgis, South Dakota. So from the entire broadcast crew here at Yellowstone Off-Road Racing, I am Miles Hasselus alongside Grizz and Shelby McDonald. We will see you in the morning, 9 a.m. sharp Mountain Standard Time. We'll see you there.
Stop into Pierre Sports Center and take advantage of our huge discounts on 23 and 24-year model boats. Our Lund and Ranger boats are all powered by Mercury Marine outboards. We are also a Lowrance and Hummingbird dealer and a Minn Kota authorized service center. Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop for all your boating accessories and parts. With an outstanding service center and one-of-a-kind boat purchase experience, Pierre Sports Center, where you get the service you deserve.